So, hello everyone! Today I have Shocky with me and also oogweh. It was basically an idea that was made by me and Shocky. We wanted to basically discuss everything in the game and see what can be improved and what we like and everything. But we wanted someone that hasn't played as long as us either to get like a different perspective. So just to kind of get the idea of everything, like I have played since I believe 1 month after the game came out, and you know I'm obviously a heavy whale. Then there's Shocky. Played for a little bit more than me, I think since the release, and spent a little bit. And then there's oogweh, played for 1 year and also spent a little bit. So we have like some different experiences basically with us here today. So yeah, you can say hi guys, and we're getting started.
Hello. Hi guys.
Hello.
So yeah, I have this list with me here with a bunch of different topics really. First of all, Heavenhold. I guess I can just start and we can take turns on who starts, right?
Yeah, sure.
So yeah, Heavenhold. What ideas do we have there? So what I wrote here is that it would be nice if we could actually level up the buildings more. Because I kind of missed that thing. Because like it was really exciting first when it could build everything. But once that happened, it just got super stalemate, I felt. And obviously making SP a lot more relevant as well. But I don't really know what they could do with it. But yeah, that's pretty much what I have on that at least.
Yeah, I had roughly the same thing as like it kind of has just reached a point where there's no incentive to do anything else.
Yeah.
So I feel like it would be good if they had more things to do with SP as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's just like, I mean, there's the shop which has some decent items, but that's about it.
Right, yeah. What about you, Shocky?
Yeah, about the same. But I think having the new shop in the farm helps a lot. Because now there's at least 2 things you can do with SP.
Yeah, that's true. Let me just lower the volume actually of the game so it's not like loud. There we go. You're on the same track, so. But yeah. So there's that. So Heavenhold Shop then. You can start over with that one and we can just rotate.
Sorry, me?
Yeah, the shop.
All right.
The Super Mario shop, as I call it.
The shop is okay. I do feel like I personally myself buy all the awakening stones from there just because I think like why not? You always need them. Like they'll never be a dying resource.
Yeah.
But I do think like the only good things in that shop do cost gems, and in hindsight you always need gems, so then it's not worth spending them. And
right.
Yeah, I do feel like it's kind of a going around in circles thing. Like I would love to get option change stones, but they're 300 gems, and it's like,
yeah,
it doesn't really work out.
Yeah, Shocky, you can take the next one.
Yeah, I think also like most of it's worth it. Only the like star pieces, the dream stones, and option change stones are pretty much not as good.
That's actually really funny. It's really interesting. That's also why I figured it was really interesting, because as you said that thing about awakening, I just checked mine, and it's like completely the opposite for me, because I just have too many awakening stones, and the only things I'm actually interested in is the option change. So it's like really the opposite for me. That's actually interesting though. But I guess that kind of covers it for everyone then in a way, so there's something for everyone. I was actually thinking though, when I was thinking about it, to have like some type of refresh button. Not like the Colo, obviously, because then you can just get poor very quickly. I mean, if you're after the stones, but like maybe one, one per day or something could be nice. Because sometimes you just have useless stuff.
Exactly, and then you just avoid it altogether.
Yeah.
So it's like a bit of a waste.
Maybe a nice addition.
Yeah, a bit of the RNG.
Yeah, but all right, Heavenhold Tower then. You can start with that one, Shocky.
I haven't touched it in weeks. I think it's fine generally.
Yeah,
it's like near the end, it's basically just endgame content, and there's not really an incentive to do it as quickly as possible.
Right. Yeah. That's for sure. For that one, I just wrote that. So for me, so the thing is, like back in the days, like very early on, when we got to know each other, Shocky, I found it really, really fun. And, like I still like the puzzles and everything. But I remember that, I think it was Heavenhold 40. Is it the one with Marina? Or no? Yeah, maybe. Or the one you have...
Marina,
Sorry?
I think that's the one you needed, Marina, to stack
Right,
shield.
yeah, exactly. That was super hard, I remember, especially as someone not experienced with the game, obviously, because I was new, and like that kind of, also for the Horizon, actually, I think it was light 40. It was also like really hard, and I think it was from Earth level, I think like 37 or 38 or 39 or something. That was like really hard, but now the stats are just like out of this world in a way, and it's just, I am just blowing through that thing. So I just had some idea that would be really cool is if they could like normalize the stats in there. So for example, if you go in there, you just have the maximum stats just to make it really simple, right? And for the devs, that is, and then they could like tune it accordingly, right? So it could actually be really hard for whoever goes in there. I think that could be like a lot of fun, But obviously, I understand that maybe it's not the top priority because it's not that many people maybe that has that issue in a way. But like I said, the kill levels or where there is a boss or something is just not very engaging anymore as you get all the stats. But the puzzles, I really enjoy them. But
it's either too easy or too hard.
Yeah, and I think that the tower has actually been one of my favorite contents in the game, like before, because like you had all these levels to do and it was like a lot of fun, but now obviously it's a very long wait and we get 2 more levels tomorrow, I believe. It's like a 5-minute thing, so
yeah. No, I agree with you actually on the stat normalization or something, because I thought it'd be quite nice to have like a fixed team maybe for like each tower, because essentially like the funnest thing about them is the puzzle, the strategy, or like all of that. It's not really just coasting through it and getting rewards.
Yeah, and what you said there is actually interesting too. Like if you want to take it one step further, is like you don't use your own heroes, you just get a preset of heroes, that are like so they can really tune it for that, That could be pretty cool. So yeah. I wrote another thing on Tower Horizon as well, but I guess it's kind of the same, so we can just go to the next one, which is Mirror Rift. And yeah, I don't really have any ideas for this really. I just thought maybe add the boost thing for it, maybe. I don't know. Like we have for the other resource dungeons. But other than that, I think it's fine as it is. I mean, not really too much.
I don't think there's like much more to get from it. I feel you do the content, it's done. I mean, there are better accessories now, but apart from that, there's not really much else I feel like it has to offer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically just a resource dungeon, but a little bit harder to show that it's more endgame compared to it.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, that brings us to the Orbital Lift then. What do we think about this one?
I think it should remain as it is, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of those where it shows how much progress you've made in the game, like leveling up your heroes and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just one of those where you attend to it when you get better and you keep getting better and you go up the tower. I feel like that's all there is to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's about the same for me.
Yeah,
I'm not the biggest fan of like this type of content anyway, where you don't move the character yourself.
It can be extremely tedious.
Balancing.
Yeah.
In terms of balancing is pretty good, I think.
Yeah, I think so as well. I mean, obviously it's gonna take a while for us to reach the end, right? But I mean, since there is nothing after, maybe it's nothing wrong with that either, Because like, obviously we're stuck on 725 at the moment, and for fun, I'm just gonna load in my. We can do my Colo team, whatever, and I'm just gonna like go in there, and it's like I just die in like 2 seconds. It's like crazy. So you have like a ranged immune Shapira. Then you have the boss that just one shots my leader there, and then there's enlarged Catherine, and then you obviously have a boss on top of all this, and a defense reduction tower. So I don't even know if the next update is gonna let us get through this actually. And I saw there was a hacker on Asia 2, I think, that actually beat this level, but then they got stuck on 745, which exactly the same thing happened actually with this thing here. Like some hacker got past 708, I believe, and got stuck on this one. So I guess we know where the next stop is now. So at this rate, I mean, it's probably gonna take like, I don't know, 5 years or something to reach the end. But I guess we're not in a rush, right? Because I mean, we know there's a stop in the top there. So yeah. Guardian HQ, the base camp. Any ideas there? Yeah,
I do think like the excess kind of points that you get converting into gold is not really that useful. I don't feel like it really does anything.
Yeah, it's
So
not
I
the best
thought it'd be
rates.
nicer as SP, really, because an SP is like I feel like it's a source that you kind of do need a bit more of if you're like visiting those shops and doing the vending machine and whatnot.
That's true. Yeah, the gold is very bad.
This is like not worth it.
Yeah, it is extremely bad.
It's basically the same as with the SP before. Like, you get something, but it's not really worth it.
What about more levels though? Because there was some talks about actually making it to level 400. It was supposed to come actually in the end of season 1 back then. Don't ask how I know, but yeah, obviously it didn't happen. And, you know, it's just been left like it is for now.
I think it's good eventually, but not right now, I think.
Yeah.
Because every time you add more levels, it's probably gonna widen the gap between the whales and the new players even more.
Right.
It's kind of like a timing thing, like when they do it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a big debate when it came out, I remember, but now everyone is like obviously on the same, I guess, level, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not too much to do with it, I guess, at this point.
Yeah. I think the only thing is maybe like unlock some of the features earlier. Like a lot of the sweeps.
Yeah.
Because a lot of players, like, they still have to struggle with just doing the same stage over and over again.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they have lowered the requirements, I believe, throughout, which is good, of course. Because, like, back when Sweep came out, it was, like, a really exclusive thing, and I think that was a good thing. But now it's, like, I mean, it should just be for everyone, because it's super tedious. Remember how we did it? Like, that was the worst. When I had, like 3,000 stamina or whatever, you know, like, it was done, you update, bought all the packs and all that, you know, and then it's like Mirror Rift, it's gonna do, like, 100 runs. So you just put it on, go to bed, and then when I wake up I see that they like died or something after like 2 runs. That was the worst. So yeah, really happy about the sweep, and it's obviously a really convenient thing, so. But yeah, let's see, world exploration. Well, I can go first on this one actually. So yeah, one thing I personally really enjoy this. It's kind of like a mind game, like a puzzle in a way to you know, do it as well as possible. Obviously the replayability isn't very high, rather opposite, because you obviously sweep it once you're done with it. But at the same time, I think it could be a nice opportunity to add more levels to it, and, you know, increase the mats and BPs as well, because I mean, people are probably still grinding that stuff. And the story is not done either. You have the Fellowship on the disc, remember that, with who was it? Was it Eiley or something that was like doing that? I can't remember, but
backpack.
Yeah, that's the one. So I think it would be fun to kind of get a little closure to that story, and also obviously combine it with the fact that we can get more rewards as well, because I believe the rewards now is, so the early levels was 22 materials, now it's 24 on the later, so I guess the next natural step would be 26. And, you know, we're getting 6 times 2 BPs at the moment if you do it in the boosts. Maybe they could even increase that to give us, you know, well, 18, you know. I think that could be nice to do. But I understand as well, maybe they don't want to waste too much of their developer time or resources making all this, because, like I said, the replayability is pretty poor. So yeah.
Yeah. I think eventually you want to finish the story, at least for the operation.
Yeah,
in terms of resources, it's pretty useless to increase it, I think.
Yeah.
Unless they release a new merge.
Right, yeah, we're getting there later.
But if then you can only do like 2 or 3 of those.
Yeah, that's true. Well, Merchandise Forge. Anything there?
Or I don't really have anything for that, honestly. I feel like it's fairly straightforward. There's not much to it. I mean, I don't know what I would suggest for this, but I have obviously farming like something like SSB or motherships. You rack up one material in particular to like an exceedingly high amount. And then you have like absolutely none of the other. So I have like over 1,000 die, but like none of the wooden boards.
Right.
So I mean, I wouldn't suggest like a conversion, really, but I'm not sure about that.
It's not a horrible idea, though, honestly. Because I think they were like, or maybe something similar to what they did with the Awakening Stones in a way. Maybe
Exactly.
Because I know exactly what you're talking about as well. Because the balance can be really off sometimes. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And something else I was thinking about as well is to show the pity on blueprints that you don't have would be nice. So, for example, now I don't have any what's it called, cylindrical blueprint, for example, and I don't know what my pity is for that either, and I can't check it unless I get one. So that's like something I was thinking about, just a little UI thing. But
no, that'd be quite nice.
You have to stop me if you have something more to say, by the way, because I'm just gonna go to the next topic.
Yeah.
But yeah, Expedition, next one. That's the latest content we got, I guess.
I mean, for me, it's fine in terms of difficulty. I only struggling a little bit on the last 2 stages, but I haven't put a lot of effort into it.
Right.
But I think for newer players, you're not get a high enough score where it's really worth it to do it.
Right. Yeah, they did some nerfs to the first district, I believe, so it should be a lot more achievable now. Sorry. Go. No, you go.
All right. I mean, I personally don't mind the mode. I think it's, to an extent, it is enjoyable. I think the farming for proofs was a bit of a nightmare, honestly. But I mean, you just grind it, you get past it. But I do think that with how random the items are, like the stats and stuff like that, you're not really guaranteed anything good, no matter how many times you do it.
Right.
It does, it is quite stressful to deal with, because, for example, I farmed it tons, as much as I could, ever since it came out, and I think I have 4 good sets of books, but in terms of cups, I pretty much don't have anything, usable, and it feels like you invest a lot and you don't get possibly much in return.
I can totally see what you mean. I guess as a benchmark sort of thing, comparison, I guess I just finished, actually, more or less. I need one. No, actually, I think, let me just check something really quickly. Yeah, I actually finished now, so I actually have everything. I'm just gonna pull it over to this screen. It's my sheet, which I track everything in, because it's obviously extremely messy, the UI with it. So I just made a spreadsheet where I can actually know what I have, in a way, with an overview. But I just literally just now finished, and I think, I don't know how much stamina I spent. I did discuss it a couple of weeks ago, maybe, and it's definitely north of 60,000 stamina, which is a lot. So it's yeah.
You can't check the mission?
Sorry?
That's insane.
There's a mission, right? How many times you've done it? Or you already finished it?
I'm past that. I can't see it anymore. But yeah, so it's a lot. Obviously, it's gonna take some time, but I mean, obviously, it's an end game sort of content, I guess. But yeah, it's gonna take a while But I mean, even then, it's it's still RNG. I was very lucky with some of my rolls, for example, so I'm kind of happy now. I could replay some stuff, but but obviously, I could have been extremely unlucky too and just had bad stuff, So yeah,
exactly. Just out of interest, when you say you're done with relics, how many is that?
Right,
exactly?
Actually, I can just show you the picture as well. I showed it to the stream now, whatever. I'm just gonna put it on Discord chat. So on the left side, the left row, there's the PV stuff, right? So there's the cups. So we have boss, we have AoE, and we have crit. So the reason I have a healer one with the boss one and the crit one is the Orbital Lift. Same thing with the books. I have the bosses, the AoE melee, and the crit. I just separate the melee and range just to make it easier to reroll stuff, really. And the AoE stuff, that's just for exploration itself if you want to do high scores. And then there's the PvP ones there, might be overkill, but I just happened to get them all and, just ended up like that. It's just nice to have, I guess. And then there's my relic farm stuff, the next row. So I'm very happy now, honestly. And then, yeah, the right row there, that's just the empty ones that I have that I haven't done anything with. So
that is a lot.
Well, that is a lot. Yeah. But once again, it's a lot of stamina went into that, obviously, as well. So it took a while to do, so.
Yeah.
I don't know how many runs it is now, but it's a lot. And yeah, the far right row, that's shitty ones with bad quality that I just have max rolls on, so they're like ready to inherit whenever needed.
Right.
So I have those ready. So yeah, but yeah, what did I write on this? So yeah, one complaint I have, and we're actually looking at that screen now. Don't mind this hacker Barbare, by the way. Still waiting for that score to be removed. Hint, hint. But yeah, so what I personally think is kind of something they should change is the pickup range for the orbs. So as you can probably see here, I have the. Actually, I could just share my screen to you guys. Might as well.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah. But as you can see here, like what I was showing before here in 3rd district, for example, here it's number 1. Here is also number 1, naturally, because I mean, you know, it's about killing stuff as fast as possible, right? And I mean, I have everything min-max with the stats. However, the problem is, in District 1, it's not about that. Because what actually happens here is we see a bunch of people here who I've never seen before, and normally you would know who kind of are in the... I mean, if you go to Scarecrow, right, you recognize the names and everything. But that's not the case here, and the reason for that is that my AI is killing everything too fast. Because what happens is that these people don't have as high stats, I assume, so they kill things slower, and that means they can build the multiplier quicker. And that's why they have a bigger score, because there's not enough to kill to actually build more. So that's a big problem for me. So I'm gonna try to beat these scores, but it's gonna be really hard because I have to play really like slowly and put like a lot of like defensive stuff, I guess, on my team, or maybe even removing some heroes or something. It's really weird, and I just feel that maybe.
No weapon.
Sorry, yeah, well, maybe even that. Well, I mean, they need to do something, I guess, but you know, it's like, it just feels really stupid, like, that's not really, it's kind of like it's a race, but you're supposed to not go as fast. Actually, there is a race like that, where it's some bike race, indoor, and you have to go around like a small track or whatever, and what they do is they go super slowly all the time, like barely moving until like the last, what is it, 20 meters, and then just go. It just sounds really stupid if it's a race, you know. It should be whoever is faster. So that's why I want to pick up range, because now, like, that way you would just play and clear it as fast as possible, and then you get the higher score, and there's not more to it, right? But here it gets a lot more interesting in a way, but maybe it's fun too, because I mean, it's obviously changes the gameplay. I don't know, but it just sounds a little bit stupid to me that it's designed that way. So you kind of wanna rather spend time running around chasing orbs and building the multiplier than actually killing stuff. So I don't know. And what else do I have? Yeah, right. Oh yeah, and another thing about this hacker score, obviously. So in Scarecrow, there is actually a damage ceiling. I know I personally find it so boring, so I haven't spent much time on Scarecrow. But I know Epi was going for all the top scores when he was playing, and there was actually a damage ceiling there. So if you got more, you would the game would just close, and that's obviously to prevent hackers and, you know, make it easier for the devs. I mean, not having to clean the mess up, and they might want to do something here as well, you know, like to kind of put some ceiling. So maybe just like a cap of 1 million damage, for example, and then that goes up gradually as we increase in power, of course. But like, obviously, to 136 million over 400k, it's pretty crazy. So I think that's something to consider. Sorry?
Just a slight difference.
Yeah, I mean, it's everywhere here. Okay, this might actually be beatable, to be fair.
Yeah,
but you know, it's still suspect though, because I've never seen the name before. But then again, you know, and here is double. I mean, come on, and it's getting wild over on the others too. But yeah, let's move on to the next thing, which is of course the farm, which is here. So yeah, what do we have on the farm?
Oh, your place ugly.
I haven't fixed it yet. I haven't fixed it yet. I have a little storage over here. I'm just gonna build everything and then I'm gonna place everything. Yeah. And this is just for optimized, so I can place it as fast as possible. It's like that, ding ding, and then move over here. And then up to the portal. But yeah, it's not aesthetic. I saw someone made like a gem, like the blue gems we have. That was pretty awesome. Like it was the form of a gem and the portal in the top. Looked really awesome. But yeah, what do we have on the farm? Anything?
I think it's fine. Like, there's just gradually gonna be more stuff that you can get.
Yeah.
The only thing I have is those annoying 4 pieces of wood and stone.
Yeah. I agree. So I was actually what?
We also still got those two blueprints. I think.
The blank blueprints. My God.
Oh yeah. And I'm misaligned as well now because of the flooding. They made it so we could buy that daily package more. So I have like 8 controllers now. I don't like that. Obviously I could do singles, but still I'd like to do them in tens. So yeah, it's really annoying. But one thing I thought of actually is if you can like turn these things, could be nice. Like the things.
Oh yeah.
Nice. That would actually be nice. Maybe there is no rendering for them or whatever it's called, like some texture for the other sides though, I don't know. But it would be really nice if you could actually turn them and place them, because it always makes sense to have, like, for example, one bench here and one here, or all around the table. So that's something I was thinking about. But other than that, I don't know. Like, I'm sure they have a lot of things planned, right? We obviously have this fishing area over here.
Yeah.
And there's like more areas at the side too, so yeah. I'll just let them handle it, really. I'm really happy about the portal though. I just wish it came on day one.
Okay.
Yeah. Guild Hall. Any additions in there? I personally don't have any.
Not really. Only the button when you go back from raid or expedition. That's the only thing.
What do you want the button to do?
Yeah.
Like if you go to raid from like Heavenhold, and then you press back, then you get to the guild hall.
Yeah.
Would you prefer to go back to like the Heavenhold, like the main screen?
I say just back from where you came from. If you went to the guild hall,
all right.
But you go back to guild hall.
Yeah, that's actually true. That's kind of annoying. I agree with that. That is true. But yeah, I don't know what else they could make.
I don't feel like there's honestly much to it. I do think that I spoke to someone about this already, and they thought that obviously having a guild hall where you have 30 people, there isn't really much incentive to interact with any of them. So maybe it'd be a nice idea to spawn in the guild hall when you start off.
That's actually
which
not
was
a bad
I
idea.
thought it was interesting. Yeah.
Or like a switch you can choose, because maybe some people don't like that. And obviously we spawned in Heavenhold for 2 years, so maybe some prefer that. But yeah, I would definitely use that actually. I like that.
Yeah, just faster.
Yeah,
exactly. But other than that, it doesn't serve much purpose at the moment.
Yeah, there are some doors that are obviously interesting. We have the one up here that we've been wanting open forever, but no idea what's behind there. So
I didn't even notice that.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
But
it's gonna be the toilet.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we have the arcade as the next topic. So, any ideas in here?
Honestly, I just thought they need to move it because I didn't know it was there. Honestly, for quite a bit of time. You go in the guild hall, you collect your attendance reward, and then you just click on the event that's available. That might just be a me problem, but I don't know.
I think that's what most people do. And then maybe sometimes you go to the Scarecrow just to test or just to see your score.
Yeah.
Or maybe if you like talk with people, you see, these people are online, let's go to the guild hall. Like maybe then you'll just walk around.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what to do. I mean, it's a fun thing, as long as they don't spend too much resources on this thing, because it's kind of niche, I guess, who actually is interested in this thing. But it's nice that it exists, I guess. It's pretty interesting. Maybe not my cup of tea, but I understand that some people really enjoy it, so it's fun.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's a nice time passer.
Yeah, while we're here, we can do the Scarecrow too. Any, like, additions to that? Or ideas? Personally, I don't have any.
I think it's fine. Just testing your score and maybe compete against other people.
Yeah. Don't think there's too much to change there. It's pretty simple. Guild raid.
Yeah.
Maybe.
What about that?
Guild raid. I think it is like they have fixed everything I would have personally wanted to see fixed. So like I think the last thing would have been the switching between carryover teams.
Yeah. I
like
totally
the
agree.
lock-in thing was horrible, but now it's fine, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree too. It's really everything now. I can't
think the only
think of anything.
Only thing is maybe for newer people,
Yeah.
like they don't have 3 teams to do raid. Maybe it's a thing that you can use like the same team multiple times, but they have to be on different bosses.
How did
Like let's say you only have a water team. Like the water team is still going to be better than having level 1 heroes or tanks.
But would that work for everyone then, or?
I think so. I don't think
so. In other words, we have Nari for all the teams.
I mean, I would love that.
Oh yeah.
So I'm not going to.
I wouldn't personally complain. Actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's like a bit split on that one actually. I mean, I would actually want to think about it a little bit more, I guess. But I mean, it's pretty appealing. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But yeah, just not sure it's the right decision. But yeah, just like this, I really like the idea.
Yeah, I think at least it's gonna make it a lot more easier for newer people if they don't have 3 full teams yet.
Yeah. One thing I got to think of actually, as one of the organizers or the leaders, of the guild, I want to see how many people have attacked per day, like a counter here where it says like 0 out of 30, for example, or 20 out of 30. That have finished their attacks, because that's super annoying. Because you have to like go in here and then scroll and see like, oh, did everyone attack and stuff. It's like really annoying.
No, that's a great idea.
Yeah, I don't even check if I attack myself.
Yeah. Guild Conquest. Anything there?
Been a while.
It's been a while, yeah. Coming on Thursday though, I guess so. Anything you want to see there? I don't know if they have like a carryover time in there. That'd be pretty cool if they did, but yeah. I don't know what else. I think it's fine as it is actually. Like this new iterations is pretty nice. I know people are like crying about the rewards, that it's a bit too much effort, but I don't know. I think it's pretty straightforward now. Yeah, like yeah.
But I think even like a bit newer players are like a Guardian level 250, 275.
Yeah.
Like at least the whole Conquest they can still do stuff. If they have like a guild of about the same level.
Yeah.
I do think that obviously in terms of rewards, it doesn't really, like for top 10 for example, you do all just get the same rewards almost, which is kind of it's not that great. Like there's no incentive for the top 1 guild to try as hard as they can, because once they hit 240,000, right?
Yeah.
You just stop. You don't really need to.
That's actually very true. I actually wrote that, but I looked on a wrong line. But yes, rewards as in raid for the ranking number as well. Because as long, like, if there is a leaderboard, people are gonna want to compete. There's no way around it. It's probably like human nature, I guess. So it's like you might as well give people like a nice little bonus there. I think that's not more than fair.
Exactly.
But yeah, that's a good point indeed. Meteor Excavation. Anything there that you want changed or so on?
I don't think there's much. I think the only thing that could happen really is that they maybe mixed up the rewards from the meteors, and that's about it. Because it is just kind of like a filler event. Yeah, and you get a nice 4 option chainstones.
Yeah,
I think it's fine. Like the option chainstones are like the main part.
Right,
exactly. I think you will give like most people those at least.
Yeah.
So even if a guild only has like 15 people, it's still doable.
Yeah. So I was thinking a little bit about this one actually. So as we said, obviously the option change are the good stuff, right? And I understand there's like a lot of new players that might want XP or hammers and gold and stuff. But like for someone that played for a long time, it's really useless, this reward. No one really cares about them from what I've seen from the guild as well. And also, even if we would care about it, the kind of amount of experience and gold and hammers you get is not really on the same level of an option change stone, I feel. So maybe they should make it like a bit better, or maybe even a list for the guildmaster to choose what those meteors should be or something. I don't know, something like that. Maybe
that would be a decent idea.
Yeah, and there's one thing I really hate, because like we are competing usually on the top score here, just for fun. Some of us are, and there are so many times where I sit there on like Tuesday evening, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be up for a reset just to do it, and then I click on that fucking little princess, and then everything is just ruined, and then the last meteor is gone, and yeah, I can't do my third attack. So I would love to see that they actually change that thing, like receive the precious present to like remove a bush or something.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's time gated, right? So it's like super annoying. But yeah, that's pretty much the only thing I can think of.
I think maybe also one thing is if someone joins like at the end of the excavation,
Yeah.
like they can still get all of the rewards if they haven't gotten it already in another guild.
Ah, right.
Because it's basically like 1 week of vacation from raid or conquest,
Mm-hmm.
and then you don't want to also have to bother timing when you leave your old guild and enter the new guild, just so you can get the exchange stones.
Yeah. That's true. It's actually funny when we made losers after the merge. We actually figured maybe if we make a new guild, we could actually get more option change stones. So we had this idea that we would like make new guilds all the time and like jump between them, and we could make so many stones. We can only get one of the rewards per meteor per season. So they actually thought of that. It's really funny. Yeah.
Wait, so if you get all the rewards in like one guild and then leave to the next, you can't get the rewards again? Oh, okay. So
the leftmost meteor, if you get that one only, and then you leave the guild, you can't get the reward from that meteor again in the next guild. So yeah, they definitely thought of that. But it was a fun idea. It would be a hassle, obviously, moving everyone back and forth all the time, but you know, pretty funny. But yeah. So before moving on, I'm just sitting here and editing, and I really forgot about one point I wanted to make here, and that is attendance awards for the meteors, because I feel that a lot of people are slacking, at least in our guild, on doing it. So I think if there was some kind of reward for doing it, I think that would be great. For example, 1 battle medal or something like that per thing. The issue with that obviously is that sometimes you finish early if a lot of people do it. Like if everyone would literally do it, I guess you could even finish on Monday maybe, and then you're missing out on 2 days of that. So that's like 6 battle medals. So if there was some kind of solution to spend the hammers even though there's no meteor up, I guess that would actually be nice. So there could be like some Scarecrow type of thing, or just a dummy that you can hit after all of them are done. But yeah, anyways, moving on now. And then we have Camazone. I forgot to write anything there, so I'm just gonna wing it actually. There's actually one thing I kind of am super annoyed with, and that is the events. Like some of the events are very tedious. Like you have some of those chain events where it triggers instantly. If you do one, you're gonna get the follow-up instantly, no matter what. But then there's others that are not like that, and it's just so stupid. And there's especially one season that makes 0 sense to me. I believe it's the Western one, where it's kind of like, yeah, you have that super expensive weapon to buy, and you can't do that one while... Or no, is it the Noir season, I think? That's one I hate.
The one with the golden gun?
No, the Noir season is the one with the partnership. Yeah, that's the one where you need a bunch of money, right? And you also want to play with curses, kind of. But you can't stack that many curses unless you pay for it. But if you pay for it, you're not gonna have the money to buy the other stuff, and it just really makes no sense. And obviously one could argue that, that would be OP to maybe get everything. Well, just look at the fucking, the soup or the giant glove and those, because those are super broken, and then you have this super shitty season. So it really, I don't know, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me to have it like that, but that's like the only complaint I have.
I don't play it enough to really bother with that. I just take event.
Yeah, they changed it now, so I mean it's kind of like, meh, I guess.
Yeah, I don't have much to say on it, to be honest. I think you do it once a week. You get good enough resources from it. So.
Yeah. I'm really happy they changed it, honestly, though, because like it was tedious to do it
from to a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
It was fun in the start, but now I have so many bottle caps. I even spent too many, because like I bought a bunch of hammers by mistake because I was just buying everything, and I mean it's still like a lot. And I obviously have all the shields and everything, like 1 shield MLB, and yeah, I don't know, we're just getting flooded by this. So I don't know, maybe they should spice that thing up. Maybe, I don't know.
Get a new item.
And option change stones.
Like
Unlimited quantity.
480K.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, I imagine. I don't know. Maybe something else though that is actually unlimited, some resource could actually be nice. Because right now we only have this stuff. I mean, it's nice with hammers actually, because I don't really need to farm them for a new update. Can just use this, because we don't really use it for anything else. But yeah, I don't know. It's like it would be nice if there was maybe other stuff you could potentially maybe buy too, just to get to use them. I mean, because now I have like a lot here that's essentially worthless.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah. Well. Rift. The resource rift, that is. Yeah, what do we think here? Evo, Awakening, etc.
I think since Boost was introduced, I don't have an issue with anything, really.
Yeah.
I think it's quite generous.
Yeah.
I think the only thing is a few stages in the Evo dungeon. Like, you need specific heroes.
Ah, right.
Like, you can have strong enough heroes to finish level 80.
Yeah.
But there's like a few twisted that you can't deal with.
Yeah, there's
After
those.
like level 60.
Yeah, the challenge ones, I guess you're referring to, maybe.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, it could be, because they have like some special thing going on there, I think, if I remember. But yeah, okay, that's fair actually. But yeah, the boost is really nice. It was a welcome addition for sure for all of them. Really like that. They should make an option change dungeon. You're gonna hear that a lot. That's really the end game of this game. But yeah, okay. Colosseum. Ooh, this is gonna be good. Oh, I can.
I have so many problems with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, this, I mean, obviously the fundamental issue is you can kill someone once and then boost them 3 times. It's a bit like, it's really imbalanced. So like, you could rise to top 1 just by getting lost against 3 times by like tons of people, you know?
Yeah.
And it just doesn't, it really doesn't balance out very well, like at all.
Yeah. And Shocky?
Not much, I think. I think maybe have more people in like a single batch.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I feel like everyone gets the 100.
Yeah. So the thing is, I don't know, it's like, I obviously have a lot of things to say. I made a video on this before as well. So yeah, the boosting basically it's making it extremely stupid. First of all, we 3 could be friends, right? And then like we could decide, okay, you 2 are gonna feed me wins every week, you know, and I mean, it's allowed to do so. It's just a really stupid design that we can do, because there's no way someone would beat me unless someone else has more friends and they would be boosting them, you know, and it just turns into some stupid stuff like that, which has happened, by the way. But also, even without boosting, you know, and I have a really good example, for example. So let's take you 2 guys. Oh, someone dropped off. No.
Oh,
Shocky.
we lost him.
No.
No.
BRB. Come back. I will start recording again. But yeah, so I was just I was gonna make an example actually, and I'll just take both of you to make that example. So let's just think now. Okay, let's say Shocky has 90% stats in the game. Okay, oogweh, you have 100% stats. Shocky cannot beat oogweh, no way. But oogweh can beat Shocky, no problem. However, everyone else in the same bracket are they can't beat any of you. However, the problem is here with they recognize oogweh's name, so they don't really want to go for him. But Shocky, they don't really know him, so what happens is that they're attacking Shocky instead. Even though oogweh is having the better account and has all the teams min-maxed and everything, and Shocky can't beat oogweh. However, everyone is attacking Shocky but not oogweh, and then Shocky is getting higher score, and there's nothing oogweh can do about that, because he can only attack Shocky once a day. That's stupid. And that's definitely like obviously something we are not allowed or are able to do anymore after the changes. I understand the changes, but it just felt like they went halfway with it. I don't know how to fix it either. In that situation, but one thing could be that the first loss against you, like if you attack me and you lose once, I get 20 points just as normal. Second time I only get 10 points, and the third one I get 0 points from the defend, because that's gonna take care of part of the boosting or feeding, in a way. It's not the whole solution though, sadly, because obviously if people attack once, it's still 20 points, and you have 10 people doing that at 200 points, but it's at least taking care of the first issue. But then there's obviously the second issue where there's no way to catch up if a bunch of people are attacking. If we just take a look at my thing here, for example, I have a lot of defense wins this week, so if I was against someone else that would not have these defense wins, like no one attacks them, I mean, there's no way for them to get top 1, like they literally can't do anything. And yeah, that's not a good design.
Like you're too reliant on defenses compared to attacks.
Yeah, definitely.
And there's been a lot of talk as well, maybe like remove this like button here and like, oh no. Oops.
Yeah.
But yeah. But yeah, so basically like, it's okay. But yeah, so like remove the refresh button so you have to like attack someone or stuff like that. But I don't know, like there are flaws with all the suggestions though, that's the problem, so.
Yeah.
I don't really
you can
know.
also maybe remove the names. That's also an option.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to know the names.
Yeah.
For other reasons.
Yeah, exactly, like remove the names maybe, and there's been a lot of suggestions, but I don't know, like either of them is perfect. That's the thing. Like I personally, for obvious reasons, miss the old system, but I'm not sure if, that's the way to go either. And obviously, I guess no point going back again, but
What was the issue with the old system that it needed such a drastic change?
I don't know actually, but I mean, you could like farm someone like really hard, I guess. Like gang up on someone and just nuke them. But at the same time it was nice because then, like, for example, if we had that situation from before, I could actually do something about it if one of you are getting fed, or not fed in that sense, but like people are actually attacking you but not me, right? I could actually do something by spending all my tickets on one of you. Now that's not an option, and I don't know, it's kind of like meh. So because like I understand that like some people said like like, oh, it's nice though because like it lets other people have a chance to win as well, but at the same time, I mean, why would I build my account stronger then? I mean, obviously there's a lot more content than Colosseum, but like still, like obviously a game with a progression system, the goal is to get as strong as possible, and then you kind of want to reap the rewards from that. But now it's like, I don't know, doesn't really align. But
yeah, you kind of want Colosseum to just be like a solo game, not a team game with your guild or something, and to make it as fair as possible.
Yeah, exactly. So, team deathmatch 3v3. Go.
Like it.
What's your opinions on that?
I'll go. Yeah, it's. I mean, there are a lot of issues. Obviously, there's the person that enters the same match as you and just feeds to the other team, or an idle player. And I think the biggest issue is fever time and bounties. I think you should have one or the other. Right. But having both at the same time is like major overkill, because you go into fever with like a bounty of 4, that's 8 points you can give away, and that's the whole game gone. I'm like, I made all this effort for what?
It's pretty ridiculous.
Like a tank, you think, okay, let's protect him. Like, oh wait, no, I need to make sure he dies. My teammate needs to die. Quick, kill him.
Yeah. I agree. It's actually pretty funny, because what could actually happen is that we 3 are in a team, right? And then we're getting farmed by the enemy team. What we could actually do at that point is to like let them kill us. We could have 2 people that would make sure to kill us, and then they have the 9 kills bounty, and then we can just kill them in favor and win. It's like by 2. In theory, if we are really organized, we could actually pull that off.
Yeah, if I see someone with bounty, I just leave him be.
Yeah. Exactly. So it's like, I have a lot of things to say here too. Obviously, pretty much what you already said. Fever is extremely busted, obviously, and remove the bounty from the fever. I don't mind the bounty itself, but don't have it on fever. That's just stupid. And just make it, you get 2 points instead of 1 during fever. I mean, and that's it. or add another point really. The box is another story. I think that's extremely stupid how strong the box is, because you just get top 1 if you farm that shit, pretty much. It's really stupid. I've tried a lot of things. I've tried triple DPS, I've tried some balanced team, I've tried Veronica team, and tank is just the way to go if you want to get top 1, and it's just so ridiculous. And I just feel that this should be the skill cap in the game by pressing a button once in time or whatever. It's pretty ridiculous, honestly. Because I'm mostly just like taking the box and then I'm pretty useless, just running around there, not really contributing, except when the next box comes. And what I'm actually doing is that I'm contributing the most and actually carrying the team from doing not that much. That's really stupid.
And maybe just tanks or less boxes.
Yeah, so I had some different ideas, and I think it was Tommy actually that came with a pretty good suggestion too as well when I talked about it today on the Discord. So my first idea was to change the spawn rate, obviously, from 30 to 40 seconds. Also, that boxes actually adds to the bounty. So, for example, if I take one, then I get that bounty thing, so you can kill me and I'm worth more points since I'm actually doing something. And the third one was that they actually remove the points from the box, and instead it will just give a damage buff for the team. 10, 20, I don't know, something like that, for I don't know how long time, 20 seconds maybe, 15. I don't know, something like that would be a lot better, because it feels stupid that that it actually gives points, because points is the whole main objective, right? And it just makes it too strong, where a damage buff would maybe be more fair, because then you could be like, okay, we actually kill the enemy team now, then we grab the buff, and we can actually benefit from that, and not like just grinding points like that. It's really ridiculous. And like I said, the comeback for Fever, it's also stupid. Yeah. And I'm personally obviously really hoping that they change it so we can actually make pre-made teams. I'm not sure they're gonna do it, obviously, but like it would be a lot of fun, because then you can really optimize so many things. You could communicate, you could make pick heroes that actually share the same elements and chains and stuff, and you can make like chains, and it could be really cool.
Yeah.
But
I think also the spawn rate of the box longer. It's gonna help the tanks a lot, because you can do other stuff like taunt the enemy.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Tank the damage.
That is true. Arena, normal arena. That is. I have 1 point here. I'm just gonna go with that one, and that is to revert the 2-hour window. I'm not a fan of that for many reasons.
Yes, I agree.
We are on a pretty low population server. It's not a dead server. It's not NA1, but it's a pretty low population server. And I've seen many times that many people get high ranks or even top 1s by just playing when it's super easy during the second half, like half hour. And I think it's just really stupid. Sure, I could put the effort and try to chase them, but like I don't know, it just feels really stupid. Now with TDM though, I just figured why not make it so the first hour is normal arena, the second hour is TDM, and then it's like that 2 times a day. Then you have the 2-hour window back from 4, and then you have probably faster queue times as well, because you're putting everyone in the same, because now we have like half of the players doing TDM and half of the players doing arena, and I think that would definitely help.
No, 100% agree with that. That's exactly why I bring that as well.
Because in the end of the day, like I think it's pretty stupid that people just dodge their way to the top, like because you can do it very easily now. You can just queue once every 10 minutes or something if you're really gonna go hardcore with it, and I mean, it just takes away the whole, that's not how it should be. Like, even like I said, it could be that, I should actually chase them. Then no, why should I do that? Can't we just play all the same time? And it just makes it a lot more smoother, I think. And I know there was people that actually was happy with the 4-hour window. What they didn't think of was that they would actually spend more time playing arena, because they're sitting in the queue for longer, because the queues are like slower. So, doesn't actually help probably. But anything else to add, by the way, before we move on to Master Arena?
I had the same points as you, pretty much. It's just that, like, I really enjoy the challenge, and I think that with these 2-hour windows, I'll queue sometimes for like over a minute, and then I'll match with someone who's like very, very low. Yeah. And I'm just a bit like, that really just doesn't work out. For them, it doesn't work out.
Yeah, of course.
I just don't like that.
Yeah, I think like the main point of all of these like PvP games is to have like fun, like fair, equal matches.
Exactly.
Now you just get either someone really strong or someone really weak, and then it's not fun for either one.
Yeah, exactly. Master Arena. One thing that I really hate, and for those who saw the video today, you probably heard what I had to say about that, but I'll say it again. So when we're picking heroes, there's a big problem for me, and that is obviously that I have pretty much every hero in the game, which makes this list extremely long. The problem is also that when you are banning a specific unit, this whole order changes. Or if I pick the hero already, the order also changes. And what I would actually want is for them to just show all the heroes all the time. If you have picked one, it's like a green check mark on it, I guess. And if it's banned, there's a red cross on it. And then the order is going to be the same for every person, always. Until you get a new hero, that's fine. And that's like super annoying. Or a way to maybe make favorites, for example. Someone mentioned filter too. I think a filter would be worse than favorite, because you're probably gonna play less heroes versus the total than the heroes that you're not gonna play. So it would just take longer to make a filter rather than put favorites. But yeah, and get them at the top. Something like that, because it's just super annoying to have that bullshit.
Yeah.
Like obviously the thing should be in the game, not like missing out. Like I lost a game today because I just didn't find what I was looking for, and it's just super stupid.
Yeah.
So yeah.
No, I've been in that situation as well. Yeah. Like I've been searching for a hero for like the whole 20 seconds, and then it just auto selects something random.
Yep.
It's so annoying.
Yep.
Yeah, and you got only like maybe 10 heroes, 12 heroes, maybe at most, that you really use, because you don't have a lot of merch most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
And like you're not gonna pick any of the rare heroes or normal heroes.
Mm-hmm.
So
or the ones that have no gear on. I mean, it makes no sense. So
yeah,
exactly.
The same with by the way.
I do also think with Masters Arena, like obviously it's a bit more exclusive. You have to pass Masters to get into it, but I do think that rewards wise, it really isn't a very strong incentive to play at all. Like obviously you can see that a lot of people will just spend their 10 entries just getting the medals, because I think you get more medals just giving away wins than you do if you come top one. Right? I think you get 70 medals overall. I'm not sure how many you get if you rank first.
70 for participation if you do every match.
60, so like really there's not really much.
I mean, you get 70 plus 60, right? So you're still getting your 60.
That's true, but I don't know. I thought there could be a little bit more to.
I see your point, though. This reward should be higher, obviously, than the total of just being there.
Yeah,
I agree.
Exactly.
Like top 100 is already so easy to get.
Yeah,
like you just need to get 10, 20 matches, maybe.
Yeah.
And since you have so many people that easily chuck away these free wins because it's easy to just do that and get your 70 medals, I feel like if there was something more worth for them to go for, then it would maybe kick up the player base for like Masters Arena.
Yeah.
I think also remove the participation reward and just add it to the normal reward.
Not a bad idea.
Because
it's not a bad idea at all.
Because maybe some people just want to do arena, but maybe only 2 days in a week.
Yeah.
Like they can still get a decent score with like 20 matches if you win like 10, 12 of them.
Yeah. That's not a bad idea, actually.
Yeah,
it sounds a lot more fun than 70 matches where you just enter.
Yeah. So, friendly arena. What are we missing
I like this. I think it's good. Like you can. I like the spectator thing. That's quite cool. I don't really feel like there's much more to it apart from the fact that you can like spar, and that's about it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what else you could introduce. Actually, do you?
Yeah, I think it's also pretty fun.
I have two things. First of all, I'm missing the car map, the Burywood map, and also the. Is it the deathmatch? We don't. No, we had not deathmatch. What's it called? The Demon World one that we had.
Oh, the one with
the
one we had literally just recently.
Yeah.
Oh. Right.
So those two are missing, obviously. second of all, I really want them to make it cross-server. Because I have a bunch of friends over on LA and also on NA servers, and it would be so nice to actually meet them there. I understand that it's not going to be a thing for normal arena for obvious reasons, but like it would be really nice to actually be able to do it in here. Because
I mean, that would be awesome. I would love that.
Yeah, and it wouldn't really hurt anyone, because then obviously you
picks.
know what you're into. Like, oh, the ping is bad. Well, it's my friend, so we just want to have a good game and see what happens. Like, so I think that would be really cool if they could pull that off. I don't know how it would actually technically work though, since with the hashtag numbers that we have on our names, or maybe there are some weird limitation. I don't know how that would be. Or for Asia servers versus global. And hello, oh, that's you. I was like, how did he get in there? But yeah, so Asia servers too, because there's a different publisher there. I don't know how that would work, or if there's some stuff going on there. But yeah, if they can do that, that would be really, really cool. Like, so yeah. Co-op, attack, and defense. Any idea?
It's the same as Master Arena with the hero selection.
Yeah. Does it change there though, or what do you mean?
Like if you go to a public match and you want to quickly change to another hero,
yeah,
like it's gonna take so long to find the right one.
Oh yeah, fair. That's not gonna happen. Sorry, team. But yeah, that's true.
I do think there's like literally no challenge for people who are slightly higher up anymore. I mean, I was told that a while ago the challenge was sufficient enough for like long-term players that it was enjoyable, but now you can just breeze through it with maybe 2 or 3 people even.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
so maybe
I have
like
a suggestion for you.
Ooh.
So, what they could do is to, aside from what we have here, because I think this works fine. I mean, it's a weekly thing, you have it every second day and whatever. There is one more thing they could do, and that is to make like a weekly run with a leaderboard, and the fastest time for attack mode would be highest on the leaderboard, and then the fastest, the person with the most waves completed for the defense mode.
Or like endless, yeah.
Yeah, endless mode.
That's a great idea.
And the difficulty would be higher, a little bit higher. Of course, and also it would be you can enter anytime. You can only enter in a pre-made, and you only need to run once a week. So it's not like you have to grind it unless you want a higher score. It's open all the time, and yeah, it's on a weekly reset thing.
Oh, I think that sounds great.
Yeah, it has to be individual though, I guess, because I don't think it could be a team. I did calculate it out there. I think I could be top 1 with 28 teams if they would make it team-based, because then I could just go with you guys and then we replace one person, and then I'm still in that team, and then it can just keep going like that. That would be a horrible mess. So it has to be individual, I believe. So I guess in a way you would have 4 people with a shared top 1. It has to be shared, because otherwise it makes no sense. Kind of like the Meteors, So whoever is top 1, there's going to be 4 top 1s, probably, unless someone is obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that would be a lot of fun, I think, actually. And I mean, they could make different additions to it as well, like Mythic Plus or Greater Rift. So they could be like some kind of like thing, maybe some banned hero elements, maybe.
That's quite cool.
They don't even need to put like all the enemies on the same elements, actually. They could just make some random stuff going on there, I guess.
Yeah.
Or even no element on enemies.
2 elements or every element.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or
it could be mono element as well, like it is now, actually. That makes sense. But yeah, so some kind of different... what's it called? Trials, I guess, if we talk Cameron.
Yeah. But I think one thing to consider is less people are going to be doing the normal co-op then.
Why? You would do both.
But I mean, like, a lot more people are going to be grinding like that trial to get a higher score.
Well, you could do that during the off hours, though.
Yeah.
You can do that in the morning, and then, okay, the normal one is open, I need to do that, so people are going to do it anyways, because they don't want to miss out on these rewards, so...
Yeah, but then you're only going to do like 3 of these, and then only do other one, probably.
Do people do more than 3 of these now? I mean, I know you are, but... Most people, I don't think. I think they just do their dailies anyways, so... But, yeah. But yeah, alright. Let's
Probably also not a lot of people running Hecate here.
Yeah, that was good though. That was really good. So yeah, story. What do we have in the story?
A lot, hell mode would be nice to see. I'm not sure where that is.
Right.
Yeah, I really want to know more about it, but yeah, I would just rather they focus more on it because I feel like it's the core of this game, and yeah, especially with like worlds 1 through 11, I think you use your own heroes.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a journey. It's like quite a lot of investment. It's a really good part of the game, and I don't feel like they've given really much for it. And I think now, obviously, you have your own, like you use Knight instead, so it's just like base stats for everyone, right?
Right. Yeah. I did that before too. Actually, I felt it was the right way to go in a way.
You completed the story with Knight?
Yeah. She was unawakened for a long time, but then we obviously needed her for raids, so I was like, okay, let's actually MLB her. It was pretty hard. But yeah, it's like I love the story. It's very well crafted, and I feel that they have like the message or the emotions and whatever, like they convey that in such a good way considering the limited assets that they have. Like the best game I've ever played story-wise is Mass Effect Trilogy plus Andromeda. But I mean, I can't really sit there and compare those two games because that is like a whole different ballpark in terms of like presentation. Obviously here you have those little pixel characters, and I just feel that they're doing it so well with this because you don't have too much to show, but you still feel all those things, or like it's really well made. And I saw some people wanted faster releases, but I don't mind waiting, honestly, because like I just want them to keep the same quality. Like once they start being choppy with it, it's gonna fall.
And I think they also have to balance it with the other content, because the story is gonna be like one playthrough only most of the time.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's very true. About hell mode though, that's actually very interesting. So this, I don't know if you have played, so there was a time before there was like gacha games in a way. There was paid mobile games before, but like, so you have this thing, it's a lot more linear, so you just have like some, it kind of looks like, I played these games by the way, it kind of looks like those Awakening Rifts in a way. Or not Awakening Rifts, obviously, it's just cars in there, but like the other rifts that we have, or dungeons, So you have like this little level you have to go through, and then it's like world 1, 2, 3, 4 and such. It's not like an actual story and stuff, it's basically just a level, few rooms.
Yeah.
And when you complete that, you go on Nightmare and then you go on Hell. And that's like a pretty much normal design, I guess, for these games. I guess when they just developed these games, they were like, okay, let's just put that thing in, But then they were like, okay, well, that's not really what we want to do, obviously. So I don't know what they can actually use it for here, because obviously the actual use for it is not going to happen. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's not just.
I would love to see it too, obviously, but like I don't know what they could do, because like obviously we have normal, that's the actual story, and then we have Nightmare, which is kind of like a little, how shall we say, filler or side thing, or what happened in between or stuff like that, which is also nice, obviously, but like where would Hell come into this whole thing? I'm not sure. But yeah, hopefully they have some idea. I don't, so.
I honestly don't know. Like it's already a lot on their plate to just do the normal story. So just to have 14 worlds in Hell, I'm not really sure where they're gonna find the time to do that.
Yeah. Well, they could just copy paste normal mode and just make it super hard, I guess. I don't know.
I would do that personally, like for the rewards, but I don't know. Because they've done that with Nightmare. So.
Yeah. Well, let's see then. We have event roadmaps, the ones that we have sometimes up here. Anything there that you want to add?
I think it's fine. Yeah. Like, a lot of people are going to have way too many points, but I think that's okay, because you want a lot of people to have every reward at least, or at least the most important one. So you don't want to make it too difficult.
Yeah, of course. I don't know what the only thing, maybe you could let people use those excess points for something, but I mean the only thing that would be fair would be something used as like gold or experience or something. Yeah. It's not really going to make a difference.
Exactly.
Yeah, and looking at your 8 digits above there, I don't think you need it.
Exactly. That's why I use the word useless, because obviously some people need it, but the people that need it probably won't have as many points, so it's kind of like a catch-22 there. So probably not the way to go with that. Rewards I'm pretty happy with though. Although it's kind of like I wish there was more yellow hammers now that we need them. Because those are like so rare. But yeah. Well, bingo machine. I guess we can do that one as well. Anything here?
Not a big fan of the long animation.
Yeah,
I think this is fine. Honestly, like you even get something for your excess points, which is just another bonus map there.
Yeah,
it's good.
I have a few complaints. I mean, not obviously, but like for those who have been talking to me about it, know I really don't like it because I really don't like the rewards. First of all, compared to some of the others, I mean, there's no nice hammers usually, and yeah. The option chains are pretty scarce too, but I guess it's because I'm comparing it to the Gacha Machine, the first one. But we'll get there in a bit. One thing I would like though is to actually have a button here to do 5 times 5 pulls, so you can just do a whole page in one go. Because this is like
that'd be nice.
Annoying.
So nice.
Like we're just finished.
Maybe it's a whale thing, but I mean sometimes I'm sitting there when there's a bingo machine on day 1, and I'm sitting there with like between 3,000 and 5,000 stamina, which is obviously 30 or 50,000 points, and that takes a while to click out. So that's pretty annoying. Another thing that would be fun for me as well would actually be to have a number up here with the bonus rounds. So I know which bonus round I'm on, just for, you know, fun. Like, oh, I had a lot of stamina this time, so I'm on bonus round 30, for example. Just a little gimmick, I guess. And the last thing is obviously these rewards are not super exciting.
Yeah.
I don't need hammers, I don't need gold, I don't need experience. And, you know, I think it's really nice for someone that's new, obviously, because then these things are, like, really needed. But once you get into the end game, and that's the thing with these resources, actually, like, once you need gold is going to be super needed when you're building your book and stuff. But the moment you are getting that done, it's going to go from one of the more important things to completely useless, more or less. Experience even more so. I think I have like, I don't even know, 200 million?
Oh.
Yeah, 238 million. I mean, what can I do with this? Like, possibly. I've maxed everything. It's just like, And obviously I'm not grinding it or trying to get more. It's just there. And like, can I convert it to something maybe? I don't know. Like option chain stones. No, but yeah, it's like
it's gonna,
we want the option chain.
It's gonna overflow when you reach a certain amount.
Yeah, I don't know. So it's like I don't know.
Get like minus 500 million.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, that would be nice. But yeah, other than that, I guess that brings us to the Gacha Machine. We got the Gacha Machine finally. I mean, obviously not because of me crying about it, but like, you know, I've been crying about it for a long time. I wanted to see the Gacha Machine. Problem is, we got Gacha Machine version 2 and not version 1, which was the nice one we had back in the days, the first time it came out. And I really want more of that. I really missed that one. If you remember, I think it was around Christmas times that we had it in the first year of the game.
Yeah,
and that
so
was
I didn't
really
see
good.
It.
Right, yeah, you only see the second one. So the first one, it was just so much nicer rewards and just like, wow, it was like, oh my god. But yeah, the second ones have been... I mean, one could obviously argue that it was a little bit too OP, because I felt like the last Gacha Machine we had, it's kind of balanced versus the actual roadmaps and stuff. But at the same time, considering how few... I think we had... Yeah, in 2 years we've had it 3 times, the Gacha Machine. Version 1 and then 2. So considering how rare it is, I mean, I don't know. I would really like to see the version 1 again.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I didn't get anything good from my version 1. Like not a single thing.
That sucks. Well, I was not a whale back then, so I went on the left machine. I wanted to be in the right one. That's where all the good stuff is. Or, you know, the option change stuff. I needed hero crystals at the time. So it was kind of like, yeah. So that's a bummer. So I never got to enjoy it fully. So that's sad. But yeah. Shop, the packs. What do we think there?
The daily packages are good, but I don't know so much about the rest of them. Someone said to me that it'd be nice to maybe have the smaller packages, which are probably a lot more accessible because they're cheaper. Just more of them.
Yeah. So they start to do these daily packages. I guess that's kind of that, in a way. But yeah, there's one thing I actually thought about, and you know, you have these packages, right? I actually saved this one so I could show this example. You have this, it's 10,800 gems, and then you can choose a bunch of shit here. Obviously, I'm taking the option lockstones. But yeah, so I'm buying this weekly, by the way. However, you see the price here, 749. It's the same price as this one, and it's a shitty deal. So maybe they should lower the price on these ones. I don't know. Same thing goes for this one, because you know,
some updating.
Yeah, which they obviously did with the unique hero package, which I'm so happy for, because I haven't touched those for like 1.5 years or at least a year, the unique hero packages. But now when they changed them, I'm very interested in them because, well, guess what? There's something changed. So yeah, no, but it's really nice. But yeah, other than that, I don't know what to add on the whole thing. Actually, I think it's fine.
Yeah, I think it's good as it is.
Yeah.
I only know that like the month or the daily gem package.
Yeah.
Is like pretty much the best option if you just want to spend a little bit.
Which one?
And like the one where you get 100 gems a day.
Yeah.
And then the starter package or some of those.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah,
one thing I actually want for this one is you can choose option change here, but you can't choose it here. And I'm obviously flooded with blueprints, but I'm not having enough materials to even make the blueprints anyway. So it's like, can we edit them both? So yeah, it's no, I went to the wrong one. But yeah, obviously I have some mats now, but I mean I could easily get rid of those very quickly, and then I'm just gonna drown in blueprints. So that's kind of the effect of that. But yeah. Yeah, what else do we have? Obviously, now we're getting there later actually. Let's go into the book collection. Anything here that you guys feel that you want to add?
And I mean, they do provide like a pretty hefty chunk of stats already, but I do guess like for hero costumes especially, you hit 10%, I think, very early on. So there's like almost no point in getting any other costume.
That's
unless
very
you like
true.
it.
That's actually a very good point.
So I mean, I guess they could, like, something could be done about that, which would be nice. But like the collection is a hefty bunch of stats, and it makes a huge difference. So I don't know.
That is true.
Yeah. On one side, like some of them, you just have barely any options, like the merge and the relic.
Yeah.
Like you don't get the 10%. But on the other side, I think it's already a lot of stuff, so maybe not add more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, like, I mean, I obviously speak from my point of view, right? And as a whale, I would feel that very welcome, because I feel the game is very free-to-play friendly as it is, and I actually think that would be very nice if they did that, to kind of, you know, yeah, it feels like you get a little bit more what you paid for in a way. And to add to that, something I would like to see is a collection here for the weapons for being MLB, apart from just having them level 60. I'm talking about the EX weapons, of course. So it would be like another collection for Amarok, for example, for having an MLB one. But yeah, that's obviously whale territory, but it's something I would personally really like.
I think having an MLB weapon is already enough of stat difference most of the time.
Yeah, well, the gap is smaller than ever now.
That's true. Yeah. That's very true.
Yeah. And, you know, it's like... I mean, I'm gonna be like honest, like, I mean, I don't know how much I have, I don't have an actual number, but I believe it's north of 20k at least, you know. And I guess it would make sense if you have that feeling, like, okay, it's actually worth what I've spent, you know. You don't want to have the opposite feeling, that it feels like, is this actually worth it? You don't want to start questioning that, because then obviously there's something wrong in the design. However, there's obviously the other side of the spectrum too, which I always understand that, you know, it shouldn't be crazy either. Like in Dragon Raja, for example, when I played that, it was ridiculous. If you were a whale there, you would like literally one-shot people. Like, it was literally like if you guys would go in with like, it could be max level, but like a naked, you're tossing games in Master Arena, right? And you're picking some common heroes. It was literally that difference in that game, and we obviously don't want that. So
Yeah, of course
it's like it's a very hard thing, I think, to balance to keep everyone happy, I guess. But yeah, there was just some ideas I had on that.
That's also why some people want like fixed stats for arena and stuff. So you don't rely on the stats.
Yeah, I mean that could be fun to a certain degree, but
that's like I think maybe have like that option for friendly arena.
Yeah, I think that would be the way to go actually, because in the end of the day, if you have paying people, you don't want to rob them of that advantage, that they actually paid money for. Because like, why would they pay otherwise? It's kind of bad.
Yeah.
But for friendly arena, I think it could be nice to make an option where you can, you press the button like a checkbox, and then everyone has max stats in whatever items they have on and the collection and everything. I think that would make sense.
Yeah.
That could be fun actually, because it would help the tournaments and stuff too. So it could be really fun.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And maybe also have like other modifiers like double HP, triple HP.
Yeah.
No chain skills.
Yeah, that's true actually. Now we're back to the friendly arena again. But yeah, we don't have too many points left now on the game at least. We have some hero stuff to discuss too, but let's move on to inventory, and that's equipment, the stats and everything on the actual weapons and stuff. Now I went wrong. So what do we think about that? Like, are all the stats good, or like should they add something like crit damage on weapons, for example, or like, that was not my idea, by the way, it's just an example. Or are we happy with the amount of stats that are in the game?
I think the only things maybe have the MLB like advantage smaller by making the attack percent like 2% for each limit break.
So it would be 5 instead of 10?
So if you've like this weapon at level for limit break 3, level 84, then you get 6% attack. Because now you get like a huge jump from limit break 4 to limit break 5.
Oh.
Like maybe split that 10%.
Oh, so it ends up on 10%, but the step there is like smaller. Okay. Yeah.
Do you mean like incrementally? Like, so if you limit break it once, you get a 2% attack increase, rather than like if you limit break it 5 times, then just huge stat jump.
Yeah.
I think that's actually not a bad idea, because like ML being something like a lot of people tend to just save their 5 hammers because it doesn't really make much of a difference to do it one by one.
Yeah, that's true actually. I guess that's pretty fair. Yeah, I don't really have anything to add actually to the stats. I mean, I'm pretty happy with like type of stats and everything. It's like, it is what it is. It's not too complicated.
Yeah, I agree. They work for
much to add. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's actually one thing though. I wish there was a way to lock 2 stats on these stupid mirrors on the sub.
The dream.
Oh,
yeah,
I hate them.
Be nice.
Maybe it would be too OP though. But then again, I mean, there are Earth necklaces. While they're really hard to get, they're also very easy to reroll. Something with Ice Queen and so on. Sorry.
Alright, those exist.
Yeah, exactly. But at the same time, it's like, I think it would be nice if we could actually make more use of the mirrors, because right now it's like they're not useless, but they could be because you have a bad roll on them. It would be nice if they would be more usable. And it would be very nice because they do actually have a little edge over the Earth necklace, and that's the 12% VSR that they can reach. So yeah.
Also a big advantage for new players.
Yeah. I mean, on some heroes I even use it. Like on Lucy, for example, I want a 12%, definitely. Same thing on Noxia.
Yeah.
It makes a huge difference. So yeah. But yeah,
I feel like in my guild,
sorry?
There's only one person. I feel like in my guild, there's only one person with Earth Necklace, and he has 2 of them.
Yeah. They're extremely rare. Cards. Any opinions here? The only thing I have is that they should add more defense cards or crit cards or attack 7 cards and less useless cards. I mean, some cards are not useless, like VSR on kill maybe and stuff like that, but, well, now that we have Expedition, it's actually a good thing, and also the attack on kill, obviously, but there are some cards that you don't need that many of. Like, yeah.
Like,
so
you don't have to worry about which cards you use where.
Yeah, I don't know, it would just be nice to have, like, more useful cards, because, like, normally you don't need, like, a million of, you know, Shield on Battle Start, for example, or Shield on Enemy Kill, for example, yet we have a bunch of them, and then, yeah, I don't know.
3 crit cards?
Yeah, I mean, crit cards and attack 7, like, they should make more of that.
Yeah, I think it's awkward that we only have, like, 1 attack 7 card. It's just a bit, not really sure.
It's weird.
Why
really
they
weird.
gave 1?
I think they could have just made, like, all of them 5%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, 1 more crit card, because we have 3, obviously, odd number, and then 1 more attack 7 card, at least, because then you have at least have a full set.
Also, the injury and doom damage, those cards, or maybe they can add another one, I'm not sure.
Yeah, about that. I mean, I wouldn't mind having more injury card, but I don't think Lynn would be too happy about that, so... There's
I don't think it's, like, hugely pressing, but I don't think there's anything that negates Future Night. Like, the chainsaw, I think it... I'm not sure what it inflicts, but there's no card for it, I don't think.
What do you mean?
I think it, like, inflicts a bleed status or something. FK chainsaw.
Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it has some extra damage.
Ooh, I need to read about this.
Ever noticed?
No.
I think
I
you
mean,
see,
for
like,
me, unfortunately, it makes a difference. I just see my HP fly away.
Let's see it. Wait, what? No, I need to go to the book.
Yeah.
Where is she? Up, down, I don't know. No, that's rude.
sort by basic.
Slower.
There's a really handy filter on the right.
Oh, right. I never used that. Alright, let's see here. Blah, blah, blah. Chainsaw, injury. I can't see anything. Yo, no.
One hit, continuously deal 70% of DPS damage for 3 seconds.
Ah. Yeah, that's just pure damage, I guess. Huh.
No, but if you hit like 1 time, then for the next 3 seconds still get damaged, even if you're not near them.
Right, but I mean, there's no like ailment or any type of damage.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just damage and you can't do anything about it. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I think the main reason to add more of those cards, like injury and doom damage, is for the tower. Because there's a lot of stages where you have like injury towers or doom bosses.
Yeah.
And you're basically just reliant on yourself because you only have 1 card.
That's why I farmed these 2 martyrs actually just now. I'm ready for the Arbel. It's really a huge difference with the Doom Tower. Like without the card, they're just dying. I have the card on leader, obviously, but like on the AI, it's just like I had Lahn on that fight. Obviously, it's an elemental disadvantage, right? But like she just did not care about the Doom because she had this one. So I would really like to have that on the other 2 as well. So yeah. But moving on, costumes. Any opinions here?
Still need a costume for my Orbital.
Yeah. That would be awesome, actually. Well, I think that I would like to see more sets of weapons and armor. Because there are a few.
Yes.
And I really, really enjoy that. You obviously have the Lynn one with this thing. You have the Plitwise with this one, although she has a super costume, but still. What else is there?
There's Detective Lucy. That's a great one.
Yeah.
She has like a magnifying glass.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course. And then there's this rifle here, of course. With the paper thing.
I also need a second umbrella. 1 for Hannah and 1 for Veronica.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's this, of course, as a set too. And there's also this one, and yeah, a few of them. So I really like those sets, actually. Super costumes, I'm really, really happy about it. I really like that addition. Just keep making them.
Yeah, they're great.
And they're just getting better and better, I feel.
I don't think I have enough equipment costumes.
Oh?
Like some heroes don't have it. I'm like, I got like 10 extra for this weapon type, but not enough of this weapon type.
Yeah. Maybe, what about making it possible to equip the same weapon costume on 2 different heroes? I don't know. Because sometimes you wanna give more than one the same one if you liked it. Yeah, fish.
Just give everyone a fish.
Yeah. This one is Eugene's though, the ice cream. I really like that. With the unicorn, obviously. But yeah. What about relics then? Moving on to that. Anything here?
Oh, by the way, I still got one thing about cards.
Oh,
The
go.
on-kill cards. We need a better way to sort them.
Oh.
It's such a pain to find all 8% attack.
That would be nice.
Cooldown reduction cards.
The what? Oh yeah, those on-kill cards. Yeah, there should be a separate category for that. That's true. That's a good point, actually. Yep.
So back to the relics.
Yeah, back to relics. So what do we think here? I mean, I personally feel this is a huge mess, and there's a reason I made that spreadsheet from before. I can just pull it out here again if someone is skipping around and wanted to see this part. But yeah, here's the thing, that's what I have to track things. So I put these in order, so I kind of know that the last one that has PvP damage is the last one, in the row, and this is the first one, just to find them, because it's just super annoying. That's also what I'm talking about when I'm doing my arena videos, and I'm like gearing them up, I'm like, oh, where's that one? I'm actually looking at this thing, and yeah, it's just super, super, super messy. And I understand that everyone isn't super proficient with spreadsheets, or are interested in making them, or whatever, so without that thing, I don't know. I obviously understand that I have so many of them. Obviously, this is a lot, but at the same time, I mean, people are eventually, I guess, gonna get there, and I mean, it's gonna be everyone's problem one day, and it's just messy no matter what you do. I see that the game is actually sorting it a little bit, so crit seems to have a priority, and I believe it's like skill damage and healing that comes next, but still, it's like obviously extremely messy. So, yeah, I don't know. Well. Oh, you can actually sort by something here. I don't know, but yeah, it's just messy. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't have much to say on that. I think the sorting is quite bad, but
I don't know how
have as
to even
many
make
as
it,
you do.
though.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We'll think about it in a few months.
Yeah, well, maybe there could be like a drop down here and show, and you can like make a checkbox. So like, I want to see the ones that has crit on them, for example.
Yeah, exactly.
And I want to see the ones that has defense, and then just see only those or something like that. Or you can, main stat and secondary stat. There's like 2 different fields for that. I think that would make sense. So then you can see all the ones with PvP damage on, and I won't see this one, for example, because this is useless for me right now, because I want a PvP, for example. Yeah. But yeah, next one would be merchandise. Oh, no. I'm not done with relics. Actually, a guild of mine, Sario, had an idea. And he said that let us exchange 2 of these for 1 new one. Because there's obviously like a bunch of stuff down here. Yeah, this one all the way down to this one are unrolled, and they all have like bad stats and whatever. This one is actually hello. Oh no, that's the wrong one, of course. So yeah, basically let us exchange like a 2-to-1 rate. So I would take these 2 and make it into a new one, just to reroll the main stats to kind of be lucky there. I could make this into a PvP one actually, though. But yeah, aside from that, yeah, so that was like the idea, so we could like trade them in, and get new ones. I guess that could make sense.
Yeah, no, I think that's a great idea, because I'd have like 1,000 endowment powders, and I mean, I don't really have enough to roll, so...
Yeah.
What would be nice, actually, is if you could roll a bit faster. I know that's kind of nitpicky, but I find it quite annoying.
Right, that's actually, before I go there, there's the stat that's HP 5, as I call it. It's HP per 5 seconds. So after some checking, right, it's based on the main stat. No, sorry, base stat of HP. So it basically heals for nothing, which is pretty useless. It would be nice if it actually would heal on actual HP, because right now that's the black sheep of stats in a way, because you get that and it's just like, okay, next. Can't use it for anything at the moment. I prepared a few in case they buff it, which I hope they could, because it would make sense, because we don't really have anything defensive as a secondary stat at the moment, actually. It's just, So it should be
So
based on actual HP.
So it's the HP before the party buff and before, like,
it's the one you
arena
see
buff
when you
here.
open the book, I believe. It is for like
Seriously?
nothing.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. So it should be just the actual HP you have on your character right now, including buffs and everything. I mean, maybe it's OP, make it 2% then. But right now it's just completely poo. So yeah.
Even before all the like collection stats, even.
Yeah.
It is quite misleading, I thought, like with saying max HP. That
I was like,
everything,
awesome. It's the base max HP. So yeah, that would be nice to have changed. And then there was also some other idea that I'm just bringing with me. Someone said like some item, kind of like the inherit stones, but like some items you can bump the base stats up a little bit, maybe by one click. So here you could get 3% and 3% and 6.4, for example, just to buff it up a little bit, maybe. Because obviously,
that sounds
chasing
like a
those
good
main
grind
stats
idea.
is like annoying. Yeah.
Yeah.
And my fiance actually also had a really good idea, because like in some other games, when you're re-rolling an item, you're obviously like doing them one and one, and sitting there with like 500 of them, it takes a while. So what they could do is that you can do like 10 at a time instead, and then you can just pick the stat you want. So we want the 5th one, for example, then you get 5 re-roll dusts back, for example. If that makes sense. So you would do like 10 rolls at a time, but if you pick number... So it says like what you would get then in those rolls, right? And then you want number 5, for example, then you get 5 back, because you obviously didn't use the last ones. It just goes faster, because this is like super, super tedious. Like, yeah. So that might be an idea.
Yeah. That's a great idea, thanks.
Merchandise. Unless someone has something on relics.
No.
No.
Don't have enough yet to have an opinion.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. Relics, what do we think here?
Merch.
Yeah, I have that written too. Add the 9th. I don't know what it would be though. We have a little bit of everything. We have healing, we have defensive ones, 2 of them. We have anti-tank, we have pure DPS, and we have balanced DPS / running, kiting, whatever. So yeah, I don't know
HP
what the
per
last
second.
one would be. Yeah, that was something. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I don't know, like something nice, I guess. Maybe like a skill damage one could be interesting actually. That you will actually want instead of these in raid on the leader, for example, like a pimped version of this one. Because that's something we don't have as a unique one, something that actually goes for the skills or whatever. I don't know how good it would be. I remember there was a trinket in WoW actually where it would be like it increases your crit by let's say 5% every time you don't crit, and it stacks up to 100%, and when you do crit the stacks reset. That was a pretty interesting one. I don't know if it makes sense for this game, but yeah. But yeah, a 9th one, because it's actually pretty annoying if you go into the book here for me and you see the merchandise here and it's like 9 of everything except for the unique ones. It's really stupid. So yeah, they're missing one, which is... And then, like we said before, it is an excuse to add more levels on the world exploration too.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, another excuse to add more stages.
Yeah,
because there is like a lot more to give than just 2 or 3 stages.
Yeah, of course. Well, miscellaneous, I said on inventory here. I actually have one thing that's a little bit annoying, and I want a sell all button for these hammers here, so I can just be like, okay, I want to, a filter, so I would be like, sell every hammer that's level 20 or lower, for example. I would like that. Because right now, it's like, if you farm that item dungeon a lot, you're just gonna sit there with like a billion level 5 hammers and just take forever to like click back and forth. So that would actually be nice, so you could like, sell everything below a certain level or something like that. Also, another thing that I want is that
massive fall.
No, but rather, well, I guess that could be handy actually. But no, what I was thinking about is the actually, yeah, that would actually be really nice. Or that in here, this thing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So here, for example, if I had like a bunch of these, it would take forever to like click back and forth. That would actually be really nice. I found this button 2 months ago, by the way. Never used it before. But yeah, it's what's it called? I always go in the inventory and do stuff in here. So yeah, but no, it's before the boost actually existed, when I was farming that and I just did 10 stamina at the time, I would actually go in there and do the level 1 items up to level 2 and just pay for it. It's like 10k, I think. But now if I'm doing boost, I have like so many items that just take forever. I'm too lazy for that. But yeah, that would actually be really nice. But no, what I want is an unequip prompt when you want to break down a fodder, for example, or use something as a fodder, I mean. Or even like, for example, if we take this one here, and I unlock that thing, and I want to break it down. I can't. Okay, I can do that. I think I'm not gonna do it now. But sometimes, no. It's like if you're gonna inherit it or something. I think it is, or if you have like an item that you wanna MLB into something, you can't do it because it's equipped by someone, and you can't unequip it here. So you need to go out here, find the hero, and like annoying. So yeah, that's like nice. I would like that.
I think it's fine because that also prevents you from accidentally selling it or destroying it or whatever.
That's true.
I don't think there's a lot of times that you want to destroy something that you also
you can lock it though. Right. Let's see here.
Is there a lot of time that you...
This thing is really annoying. See what I did here? I want to go for attack cards, for example, and I'm like going here, and maybe I want this one, and now it reset again because I might want another attack card, probably, and then it reset. Or if I just fat finger and click that, and then it's like, so that's something I would actually like for the preset thing. Yeah. But yeah, do you have any other ideas? We only had 3 topics left, by the way.
Ooh. Not really anything for for miscellaneous. I think you covered everything.
Yeah. Right. Attendance rewards. That would be that one.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, for like some of them are a bit useless. Like these rewards, I think they should change them up a bit at least. But in an option change, though, I love those.
I think it's fine.
Yeah, a few option changes, I wouldn't mind that. Nah, but yeah, I don't know. I guess it's fine. I don't know. Like the things that I personally really appreciate here, it's the stamina, because I mean, stamina is nice. And then there is these rewards here. I like this because you might be lucky, and of course the gems. But yeah, the rest is yeah, I don't know. It's like before I shared my screen. Actually, I heard someone talked about Awakening, and this is how it looks here. It's pretty much overwhelming.
Oh wow!
And I'm not buying them or anything, by the way, like or doing anything like that. I haven't done that in a long time, so it just keeps stacking up now. And partially because I obviously use those hero reset stones and stuff like that in a pre-planned manner, but still, it's like I don't know what to do with them. Pretty crazy. So yeah.
Only thing I'm mildly annoyed by it is when you get 40 stamina and you're not sure how much stamina you already got and what the timer is. Like you might be at 59 stamina and have like 30 seconds left. And it's just slightly inside.
Yeah, I stopped caring about that since a long time because I just got mad too often at that. It's really annoying. But yeah, I know what you mean. That's like really stupid.
Like that 8 minutes, 10 seconds, you can just barely not see it.
Yep. I totally agree. Okay. Maybe we want more coffee grinders, by the way. I'm thinking. So we can increase the cap here, because then obviously you have... Well, I guess it doesn't really make sense since Colosseum still has its 12.5 hours, so...
Yeah.
I don't know. But, SNS. Second last one.
I don't really care about that.
Yeah.
Only things maybe it's a pain if you miss one. It's hard to find the last one.
Right.
If there even is another one.
Yeah, I did write that down. Is like if you have a missing one, it'd be nice if there was like a you could click that blank person and then it'd be like what the level.
Yeah. And then just say where he is, like which world at least. And then you can kind of go there and look. Something like this,
Like a hint. But now it's just a list.
Yeah, I don't know what the plan is here. It's pretty linear. Like, but it's funny. Like I really like the shopaholic one. I can see myself in that one. It's a really funny dialogue by that one. He says like there's like, what was it? It was like a discount or something, and like buy 10 and get 1 for free, and it's like, oh, that's so worth it. It's really funny. And also the lazy prisoner, it was hilarious. He like got imprisoned for something he didn't do, but he was like too lazy to, you know, complain or whatever.
One that always sleeps.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're really funny. But I don't know what they could do with the followers though. Like maybe they can do actually something with them. I think that would be really funny, but I don't know what that would be. So yeah.
I think for now just slowly add up till you get to 100.
Yeah, this one is hilarious too. The Scampy Warrior making fun of all the how do you say, lightly clad females in many movies, you know, where they just have a bra and that's supposed to be an armor, right? But this one is actually thinking it's like a good thing, just mocking that thing. It's really funny. But yeah, now they're really funny. But yeah, that's about it. Not the most useful thing, I guess.
Yeah.
But summons. Any ideas here? What do you think about this? Is it fair? Is it good? Etc.
I think it's fine.
Yeah.
In terms of rates, I'm not sure how it is for beginners, maybe, but I think there's at least a guaranteed one within like 30 summons.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's also useful to maybe like give them like one hero and weapon that they can choose for free.
Honestly, like I think they might as well do that, because the thing is, or well, I don't know if it's gonna help though. I'm just thinking, like, if someone is starting new, right, and they are hardcore and don't want to pay for, like, let's be real here, you can buy rerolled accounts that are ready to go, right? But if you want to do that process yourself for whatever reason, it's pretty fucking tedious. But at some point you're gonna get what you want, so might as well just let people do that, you know, because it's like really annoying to like keep rerolling and trying to get the perfect combination of shit, because it just takes so long time.
Although I get, at least with the what's it called, the roll pass, at least they can get like a FP.
Yeah. I personally want a daily button to just do them all in one go. Once again, I'm lazy, because I'm like just clicking on this and it's like, especially during these huge banners, it just takes forever. It feels like. Yeah. But
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I was actually thinking of something else. Like, are the rates good though? Like the summon chance for things, because like the pool is obviously increasing quite a lot. I don't know what the rates actually are. Let's have a look here. Because I figured what would make sense if it's like a 50-50 if you're gonna get the banner weapon or not. If it's the other 50%, then so like the game would check like, is it a white box? Yes or no? Okay, it's a white box. Let's say a prismatic one, just make it simple, right? Okay, it's a prismatic box, then 50-50. Is it the banner one or is it not? Yes or no? If it's not, then you know it would be like whatever is in the pool. But I don't know if that's the case, and yeah. Let's see. Why can't I scroll now? What happened? Help. Okay, it's me. Yaha. There goes the game. But yeah, you get the idea. So it's like yeah, I don't know what's the rate for that. Do you know that, Shocky? You usually crunch those numbers.
Just crunch the numbers.
Yeah, like what are the rates for a weapon? If I want a specific one on that banner.
A specific one on the banner. I think they show it, right? If you do like the banner for a specific weapon, you get 1% chance to get the banner. 1% chance to... Was it? No, I think there's a 2% chance to get another exclusive weapon.
Like so it's a higher chance to get another weapon than the one you want?
Yeah, 1% to get a specific one, 2% to get a non-specific exclusive one.
Right.
And then it's like slightly higher chance to get an epic one compared to a yellow one. Because there's just way more unique heroes now.
Right, I'm gonna go in here again. Just try my luck. Let's just scroll down lots like, okay. No, I don't want to say that. Is these items? Yes, nice.
Yes,
okay. Songa, 1% for that one. Specific weapon is 2%, and 3% to get an Earth necklace. Well, maybe I should have like 50 Earth necklaces now then. I don't know. No, actually no though, because there's obviously a bunch of them. Individual rate, right? Yeah.
All of the 95 then.
Yeah.
Because it also includes the orange ones.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my goodness. But yeah, so yeah. I don't know about this, but it feels like these numbers should be reversed. Actually. Or? Wouldn't that make sense? I mean, if you're pulling for something specific, that's what you want, right?
Yeah.
Not a bunch of other shit.
Yeah. For heroes at least it's 50-50.
Yeah. Yeah, it is, right? Let's see.
It's
yeah, exactly.
1.375.
Yeah. Yeah, here.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, like... Huh. Well. That's interesting. Wow, I never looked at this list, that's pretty interesting. So yeah, here we see it's 33 to 66 for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's... Nah, not good. At least make it 50-50, or even reverse it. So 1 versus 2 instead of 2 versus 1. But yeah.
Yeah.
So that would be nice actually if they fix that. And yeah, that's about it. So yeah. What do you have anything more stuff to add?
Don't think so.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy too.
Yeah.
But we're not done yet. Yeah, we have some heroes as well that we have been writing down. Who wanna go first? Any hero that you feel that, oh, it would be nice with a buff here, and what that buff would be?
I think it's fine as they're doing now. Like slowly just buffing certain heroes.
Oh, of course.
Or giving them a new weapon.
Sorry, I found a chocolate.
I think the only thing I want to maybe mention is I feel like DPS heroes are there's too much focus on them. I think like the majority of the heroes are like DPS focused.
Yeah, it's a good point actually. Like even a lot of supports are just pretty much DPS, so it just doesn't balance out.
There's not much content where you need a healer, or like a tank is still okay because you still used in Arena, Colosseum, or Orbital Lift, but the healer is barely used.
That's a good point actually. We need a fire tank.
Oh yeah, God yeah.
But no, so yeah, just ate my chocolate now. But yeah, I was thinking more like ideas per hero actually.
Yeah.
So I have a list here. Should I just go start, I guess, so you can get some ideas maybe? But yeah, so I just wrote a few specific heroes, right? So I'm just going to go with a few of them. Lapice, for example. I figured that she needs a new weapon, and now she has one. Not sure how potent it is, but yeah, that was pretty much the idea for her. Because she's very niche, and she's not really used anywhere except for Arena. But she obviously is the life buffer, so it's even more niche once again. So... she's not really seeing that much use. So I think adding a new weapon and making her like into a gory in a way, a good one, maybe. I haven't seen much of her actually, so I don't know how good she is. From what I've seen though, it doesn't seem game breaking or anything like that, but it's a light melee and it's actually not trash like gory is.
Yeah.
So maybe it's a good thing. But yeah, I figured that it's like a fair thing for her, that's for sure. Because I don't think you want to change too much. And with those runners, you want to be really careful as well. Because I actually saw that the devs even wrote that about Eugene. Actually, they're not buffing her now because they're being careful. And I think that's a good decision because I see a lot of people play a lot of heroes wrongly. Take Lucy, for example. It happened there where people probably just trade with her and then they complain she's shit. And it just turns out that they are the ones that did it wrong. And then they buff it, and then the people that know how to play her just makes it ridiculous. Because, you know, it just gets too strong because they are like having that specific kit where you want to run, you don't want to trade. So I think those fast heroes, you want to be really careful about buffing because you could get out of hand very quickly. And Lapice is obviously one of them, in a way. Even though she's a bit of maybe one of the worse runners, in a way, actually. Partly because she's locked to light, and also because of her awkward attack pattern, in a way. It's really hard to play her, you know. Like, if someone will challenge, by all means, you know, but there are better options that does the same thing or better, so...
It's also when she gets hit, right? When she gets the movement speed.
Yeah, but that works. I mean, it's kind of like, you know, either you survive longer or you're just going to be running, so it's pretty nice. But yeah, it's more just the fact that it's locked to the X and Y axis. It kind of makes it kind of weird, so yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe unlock the weapon skill so it can go anywhere. Maybe that would be OP, I don't know. But yeah. Then there's Marina. Something I would like to see is an anchor fix on her, because I've noticed when I played her lately that the anchor doesn't hit people, which is weird. Even though they hit me, and it's fucking stupid. It's obviously the ping that's being stupid. So I think it should just always hit, honestly. Like, come on. It shouldn't be like, oh, they're running and they have shit ping. Oh, well, it totally missed. I think it's kind of stupid, so...
you only get the buff on hit of the anchor.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
I think so, at least. Wait, let me just double check, actually. Let's see.
So you can just do it whenever she just uses it. Like, Kamal also heals
it might
even
be
when...
on use, actually. No, it's actually when using. No, wait. Oh, yeah, it's when using, actually. So that's at least something. But I mean, it hits really hard, so I mean, you want to hit that thing.
Yeah, exactly.
And if it's a runner and you're chasing them and they have, like, some questionable ping, you know, you're not going to hit them. Or if you're meeting a Marina with a questionable ping, they're always going to hit you. There's no way to get around it. It's really weird. Or rather, if you have good ping, then you're kind of being punished there, because it's going to hit you. So, yeah. And something I personally want, maybe it's too OP, maybe it's too broken, but I love Marina, she was my first one, and I really want them to change the weapon skill animation to be like Lynn, so you don't stop, you just use it and keep running. That would be so awesome. And I think it would make her be used a lot more as well. Maybe it would be too strong, I'm not sure, but like, she would get used a lot more, and I think it would be so much fun. Get Marina back in there.
I think there's one problem with those type of skills. And they give a huge advantage to emulator users compared to mobile users.
It's really awkward
because
to do
that. Yeah, it's really awkward to do that, like run and use a skill at the same time on mobile.
Yeah. But at the same time, though, it's like not gonna help anyone when it's like being slow. So might as well help someone than no one. Because if it's slow, then it's just worse overall.
Yeah, because like Lynn is already not like used that much.
Yeah.
Still a decent amount in Arena, but not as much as other heroes.
Yeah, I mean, sure, emulator users would probably benefit from it, as you said, but like at the same time, like if they don't do the change, it's not gonna help anyone, and the hero is just gonna be where it is. So I don't know, but yeah. But then again, maybe it's too OP. I don't know, because Marina can be extremely strong. So yeah. Idoleva. Well, she needs a new weapon. She's like almost 100% useless. The only place I have her is actually the Colo game I did earlier that you probably saw to counter that team with the triple light and oogweh teams. I just put her in there and screw them up. But then again, you could use Gabriel in her place and kind of get the same results. So yeah, she doesn't really have a place right now. Her weapon might be used by Lucy in some raid, but that's about it. So yeah, I think she could use a new weapon. Because I think Idoleva, and that's actually really interesting, I noticed when I was fiddling with my spreadsheet as well the other day, the party buff of the OG heroes, they only have like 2, which is pretty funny. Or not party buff, sorry, the self buffs, you know. They only have like, so Plitvice only has skill damage, and there's only VSR and Lapice. Idoleva doesn't even have anything, she only gives base attack to the team. And then you have the new heroes, they have like 2, 3, and 4 extra things that they give. So it's pretty interesting actually. But yeah, so I think that she could, and I think Idoleva is a really cool character, like her like design and everything, and obviously Eva is a very important character to the story and everything. So I would love to see her getting some more use actually.
Yeah, it would be nice. I enjoy using her in like Arena, but obviously she just doesn't. Like you can't really do anything. So
yeah, she's so horrible.
It'd be nice to see something different. So maybe.
Yeah, she's just beyond bad, because like obviously she could work as a runner, right? But she doesn't have any speed, obviously, because that weapon skill, I mean, it's pretty wide. She could maybe hit someone, I don't know. But I mean, even if you hit it, it's like, yeah, yeah, I don't know. Nah. But yeah, who's next on my list? Bari. Poor Bari.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so there's like two things to do with her. Either you just give her a new weapon and call it a day. But the thing with Bari, what I find really cool with her, is that she has that skill damage buff, which is not something that a lot of heroes have. Veronica is one, and we already know the team for her. And then there's obviously Mia, which is not good at all in Arena. And then there's Bari, that could potentially maybe be good. Because Bari has a really cool thing, that's obviously those shots. The problem is they're super slow, and she's super slow too. So while I was playing Bari, actually, for like a week and trying her, I figured that doing a rework to her. So what they could do is that they could remove the proc of the shots and make all the shots shoot that fast. Maybe lower the damage a little bit, so it's not OP, because she still hits really hard. But the problem is that she's extremely immobile, obviously. She's just standing there like, you know. So I think that could be nice to get some use for her. So basically make all shots as fast, you know, so you remove the proc thing and make them all fast, but lower the damage a little bit. Could be fair, actually. Or like I said, give her a new weapon, but that means a new buff as well, so I don't know if that's the way to go, but yeah. I guess I should be showing... Have I done this today? No, I can do that later. But yeah, so there's Bari. Lupina. I like Lupina, like design-wise. Play-wise, not so much. To me, at the moment, she has pretty much two uses for me, at least. One being in Kanna zone, some seasons, when I'm playing melee, and I'm just skipping the tank and healer, and just going with Beth and Lilith and Arabelle and Lupina. Or, now lately I've skipped, actually, the, the ignore shield thing, and I'm actually just going with, like, Arabelle, range oogweh, and then I'm going with Beth and Lilith, and then just send them in, and they can just take care of whatever. If there's a shield, they will kill that too. So yeah, so you don't really need her for that, obviously. The other thing is for expeditions. She's pretty good in there, actually. I don't use her though, but I guess some people that maybe don't have a meta or whatever could make use of her, but that's pretty much as far as it goes. So she's very clunky, I feel. She's very slow, she's moving slowly when she's fighting the slow-moving wolves. She can't chase for shit. And obviously the weapon skill is a really wide arc, but the problem is it's a little bit too wide, so you could actually stand between the wolves. So I figured that you could maybe change the movement speed of the wolves to fly faster or run faster, and make her move at normal speed while attacking, and also make or remove the gap between the wolves in the weapon skill, or add one more wolf, so it's not 4 but 5, I guess, or you know, so you can't really stand between it. I don't know, something like that.
I think the weapon skill is fine if people can stand between it, because it also has a lot of range in exchange for that. Like you can maybe make it like slightly bigger area or slightly faster, but I don't think there's need to have like everything in between to be able to hit it.
It's kind of hard to stand in between though, because of lag and shit.
Anyways,
so
and you need to have distance also.
Exactly. Can't really rely on it, sadly. But yeah, I don't know. It's like she definitely needs some love though. That I feel. Yeah,
I think movement is a big, good improvement.
It would be easy to say that you should give her like a new weapon. Obviously, it's like the standard solution now. But the thing is, like, she is melee, she is dark, and she gives crit, which is like obviously only her doing that. So I think it would be actually really fun to play her, actually. And she's one of those good heroes, so I think it would be really cool to actually play her in her current state. So, yeah.
Yeah. But she doesn't really need anything in terms of damage, I think, because she's already strong in code also.
Yeah, she doesn't need more damage, definitely. It's just that make her more, you know, movable in a way, fluid. Yeah, not so clunky. Yeah. Because if you compare to new heroes, they're like super fast, and she just can't keep up. Yeah. It's more of a tank in a way, or a howitzer. So yeah. There's Lahn. So this one is interesting. I had a little discussion with someone actually playing her a lot. I don't, so I guess we should listen to them. But like I personally feel when I'm playing her is that her attack range is really short. Like, because she can't move while attacking. She doesn't dash forward when attacking. She stops and start punching, and she can't really punch that far. And she also can't punch through walls. Would be nice. So like increase the attack range and make her actually reach through walls would be a little bit nice. But I felt the stat was nice at least. But yeah, maybe it would be too OP. I don't know, but it still feels like she's lacking a little bit. I don't know.
Honestly, I think they just need to speed up her skill a bit, or like do something with it, purely because she has so many counters and she can't chain in time. So it almost makes her pointless. If she can't dogfight and she can't chain, then what can she do?
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
But then there's obviously the basic mono team that might be very strong, and that was the argument of this person that plays it a lot.
That's
that
true.
It might be a little bit too OP. So I don't know. But yeah, it's a hard thing. But like if we just look at Lahn alone, you know, I think it's a pretty fair thing. But then there's so many things to consider as well, so you gotta be careful. So yeah, which brings us to
like
Vishuvac.
her passive is great. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Eugene actually was the next one. So Eugene, as I said, she's pretty good now after buffs and everything. The only thing I felt when I was playing her on the car map was that her bullet speed could be a little bit higher, so you could actually get that speed buff up. But I don't know. Maybe it's just a map thing though, so maybe it would be too OP. I don't know actually. Just something that I thought. You know, shoot through walls would be too stupid. I think so. Just a little thought I had.
I mean, enough heroes have that.
Sorry.
Enough heroes have that. Shoot through walls.
Yeah, I like Eugene though. I wouldn't mind. I really like her. But
I think most range heroes can shoot through walls.
That is true. I think it could be pretty fair for her to do that. I mean, take Lucy for example.
Yeah.
So yeah.
True.
But yeah, and then we of course have Vishuvac.
This is one of my favorite heroes.
Yeah, well, we can't really go with make her a new weapon because she just got one, so that kind of leaves us. I'm talking about her main weapon though, like the old one. And it just feels... So one of the problems... Are you experienced with her, by the way, oogweh?
Yes.
Then you could probably chip in here as well, actually. I'll just say what I have here. And one thing that I feel is really weird is her normal attack. It's like the damage is so all over the place. So sometimes you're just critting to oblivion and sometimes just nothing. And I think normalizing that would be really nice. Make it linear. Yeah. And her weapon skill. It's like made to be stuck in every wall in the game. And I don't know what they did because they buffed her as well with her targeting, but it got like really weird, I think, and she's just like really awkward now to use, it feels like. And I mean, I don't use her real weapon ever. Like I just put Solaris on it and, you know,
exactly. Yeah, I do exactly.
Which feels weird. So then there's obviously a problem. Like,
exactly.
So yeah, what do you have on her?
Honestly, there is not a lot right with the hero, in my opinion. Like, even with normal attacks, I've sometimes been in front of the opponent and punched past them. Yeah. Almost. And I'm like, that at least should be a guaranteed hit. I don't know, I feel like right now she's completely designed to run away in skill. And she doesn't have a great skill, so it's like, what else do you do?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean there. The targeting is really weird. Like, I don't mind because I've failed on that. I think it's just a skill issue, like a learn to play thing, you know, because I'm not used to it. Because you have that weird cone, right? I can actually put paint up and draw it because I pretty much remember how it is. So if this is Vishuvac in the middle here, her like thing is okay. I'm gonna draw really ugly here, but I believe it goes something like this, and then it's like this, for example. So if the enemy is here, for example, you're actually not gonna go for the enemy. She's just gonna bolt away, which is nice because that's how you use her, right? But if the enemy is standing here, she's gonna go for the enemy, and that's like super tilting when that happens. But it's obviously something I just need to learn as a player, I believe. But then there's obviously the problem if the player is standing here and she goes over here, and that's just stupid. Or like you're just holding the button. She should just go on the enemy like this. And then retarget, go for the enemy, retarget, go for the enemy, but she just keeps going. It's really stupid. So yeah.
Or you can make like
a what?
Scintilla, where you have like a second skill.
Oh.
Well, you think Vishuvac should have like a second skill?
I mean, it's an option for the targeting problem.
Possibly. I mean, she is designed to dash, so it would only be helpful. But I don't know, like you said, it may just be a skill issue, but it tilts me when you're like trying to dash away from a weapon skill and you somehow still target onto them and like sit in the entirety of it.
They should just sit down and be like, okay, what do we want with this hero? So we take the good things. Okay, she should be able to dash away like she can do now, but she obviously should be able to attack properly as well. So then you just keep the good stuff and then you just correct the wrong. I mean, they should just get back to the drawing board with her.
Even kind of with the second X, I don't like it. It wasn't very groundbreaking, honestly.
Yeah,
but fire range in itself, I guess, needs some work.
Yeah, well, it's nice for raid, I guess, but it's obviously not helpful for arena. It's like I would rather use her normal weapon, the old one.
Yeah, exactly.
It was even worse, the new one. But yeah, but she definitely has a place in the arena. I feel because her buff and everything is pretty nice actually for playing like
Eugene,
Lucy.
by the way.
Sorry.
I think the same can also be used for Eugene, like a second skill button for the gun. Because sometimes you just want to shoot and then run away, but then you just start dashing towards the enemy.
Yeah, that's the same thing with arena. It's like the range thing there. It can be a little bit weird there, but yeah. Well, then we have Nari. Little Nari. Oh, I miss playing her. She was actually like new on the patch where I started wailing like really hard. And it was so much fun because I had a lot of. That's actually funny, by the way. I have the chat still, like I remember. So you, Shocky, were helping me in the start because you were like I was like asking you all these questions, you know. And there was the banner of Bari and Marina. So I pulled Marina, right, and I asked you, do we need Bari or should I get Bari? And you were like, probably not that needed. Well, fuck you. So I was like playing Eugene, Vishuvac and Marina in arena, and then there was all these Baris bullying me. But when I wailed and I got Nari, oh my god, that table turned. I could like one clip a Bari with like her. That was so much fun. But obviously now it's not so well for Nari, and she has a lot of issues in arena. One thing that I feel is the weapon skill, that it can't go through walls. So what I would like to see there, at least as a start, is to make the bullet range further and the lock-on range for them as well, and that she can actually fire through the walls, because it's really like a kamikaze character at this point. Like you need to just run up to them and hug them and then press it and hope that they stay there. Otherwise it's just, but obviously if you do that and they don't want to be there, they can just run away, and yeah, you're missing the whole thing anyways. It's like really horrible. So I feel that Nari could use definitely some love for arena, because it's a nice character in a way. It's just that she's very squishy. And yeah, she's basically playing without a weapon skill. So I think that's something that they could consider doing. Bianca, well, we don't have Tommy here, sadly, or someone else that actually plays her. But I feel that her... Would it be fair to make her weapon skill not be locked to X and Y axis? To actually go wherever the enemy is. Maybe it would be too OP, because her weapon skill cooldown is very low. And one could argue that it's part of her learning curve, or like actually learning to play her, to actually master that thing. However, then we're back to the Vishuvac situation where you're not getting a lot of bang for the buck, so to speak, where you could just play something else that actually is easier to play and would actually, in the end of the day, give a better result, like AA72, for example. Also give a crit. So you have to kind of think about that too. So I don't know, because I think it could be fun to bring her back there. It just feels like it's too try hard in a way, and you might just shoot yourself in the foot from picking Bianca at this point. And then there's also the issue of where is she actually being used. I'm using her in Camo Zone, actually. I like to have her there, either as a leader or as a secondary. Especially when VSR is like really high. It's kind of fun for her to just stun the whole team, but that's pretty much it. So yeah.
I honestly don't... I think she's got like a fantastic kit, all in all. I think the weapon skill not being restricted to Y and X is not bad, because it's not the largest range. Like in terms of length, it's pretty huge, but otherwise not really.
Right.
I just think it's like awkward matchup, really. Like she's perfect for Masters, maybe, but otherwise almost impossible to use. Really.
Yeah. Maybe I should consider playing her more though, to get like a better idea or picture of her. I don't know, but yeah, it just feels like there's better options out there. So
exactly,
it's like more for those that actually like her as a character and wants to use her. But yeah, I don't know. But then again, like there are other characters that we're not even gonna discuss because I don't feel it's needed. But like take Eleanor for example, probably the most trash hero ever in Arena. However, she excels at other things like Raid and Colosseum. She has a really good place in there. So it doesn't really make sense to say that, oh, you should make her better for Arena, because she does have her use. The problem with Bianca, for example, is that she doesn't really have a place now. Like, she's long gone from the Raid team and so on. So that's why I felt like, okay, that one thing that she actually does, maybe she should be good there at least. Because otherwise it's pretty much an idle situation. So, yeah. Then there's Alef. Alef is also one of those that... now I didn't have Bianca up on the screen, but doesn't matter. So, yeah, Alef... I feel that we can make a new weapon. Now we said so there's the thing though, he has like one of the most unique and like really useful or useless, depending on what you're meeting of course, buffs in the game, which is the range defense. And so a new weapon would obviously remove that, which is kind of sad. So I figured maybe we can do something with him instead. So one of the issues I have with him is obviously the weapon skill is pretty weird. So what about if they make, instead of like the frontal cone that he has, he could just slam the ground under him and you have a 360 with the same radius as the cone at the, so you can just run up to them and then bam 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 right next to them, and it doesn't really matter what direction they take. I think that's a pretty fair thing for him, because like right now it's just like really hard to hit that thing. And I mean, it's fine to have a bad weapon skill, right? If everything else is good, but that's the next problem. Obviously, his normal attack is super slow. The range is really low, so like actually increasing the range would be the next thing as well of his attacks, so they can actually hit.
Especially because he's supposed to be like anti-range.
Yeah, exactly.
And those are the ones that run away.
Yeah, exactly. You can't chase with him. No way. I don't know about how the damage per hit though, because you would. It looks like it would hit pretty hard, right? Because it's kind of slow, but it doesn't feel like it actually hits that hard. So I don't know. But yeah, so yeah, that's maybe something to consider actually.
I think his normal attack and weapon skill is now more suited against melee heroes.
Yeah, which makes no sense considering his buff. So yeah. Then there is Veronica. So the thing here is, and this is a little bit a hard thing, but that's the thing. Like, I personally hate playing her in Raid because of her the range of her extra skill. It's like really annoying because the AI just takes off and runs somewhere, and you have to choose which one do you actually want to buff now, and it's just really annoying. Or if you're obviously not playing Veronica but she's in the team, then you obviously have to like stand kind of close to her, and it's kind of weird and awkward. The problem obviously is TDM. Like, if you would make it map wide, it would be pretty broken there. So there's a lot of things you have to think about when doing those things. But I feel that extra skill could use a little bit more love actually, even though they did buff the range, but it still feels like it's not really enough, at least for Raid. But like I said, then there's obviously the TDM to think about, so I don't know. But yeah,
I mean, for me, I absolutely love this hero. More for Arena than Raid. I share the same sentiments. Like, I find her quite irritating to use in Raid, so I would switch to the Earth Water team one. Like, but no, I really like her.
I also think it's fine if you don't always get the buff in Raid.
Yeah, or they could just make it for Raid, like inside Raid it's a bigger range or something, then you kind of get around that problem, I guess, in a way.
Maybe.
Yeah. Have you played sorry have you played her with the Little Princess, or like do you have a setup for her for Arena with that stuff?
Yes I do.
And do you have Celos, or who do you play with her?
I mean, a long time ago, I would only play Vishuvac with Solaris, Veronica, and Lifeguard use, which I would not recommend to anyone. It's literally the worst team I've ever used. But it was really fun.
Yeah.
Like, it was just a lot of tactic, obviously, but it is super squishy.
Right.
And now I have 2 little princess figures, so hopefully that makes the difference. Yeah. I think she's a really fun unit, obviously.
Yeah, definitely.
It takes too long to chain, but...
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, actually. I actually played something similar. I played Yuse, Veronica, and Marina. It was a lot of fun when I was doing like the last Mono Challenge. Not this one, but like half a year, I guess it was, at least, maybe more. It was a lot of fun, actually. But yeah, I guess she's best played with like I really like Celos with her actually. He can really do some damage there because people don't really know how to play versus him, so he can be super annoying. The problem is obviously that once you get an Earthmon, it's done because there's nothing to do. Because Celos don't have the damage and he's not gonna survive that long, I guess. And you know, or like a MK99 could be scary too, I guess, if you're playing that thing. So yeah, I don't know. So yeah, that's a bummer. But either way, Veronica, yeah. Kanna. So I've started playing Kanna. I was not a fan of Kanna before. I thought a lot of shit about Kanna before. But she got some buffs, which I didn't try after and until now, recently, last week. Yeah, I think the damage is definitely fair now, and everything is in a good place. It's just that her extra skill makes her stop a little bit, and it takes a little bit of time to cast it. Maybe it would be too OP though not to do it, because she becomes very fast once you actually use it. So maybe it's not actually a bad thing. I think it actually might be too broken if you actually change that thing. Because you can use it on demand, you don't need to hit anyone, you don't need to be hit or anything, so yeah. It was just a little thought I had, probably not actually, probably a bad idea, but yeah. Lots of fun. Parvati.
Yeah.
So Parvati also, or Shitvati as many people say, has actually become viable, at least with stats. She is a really good trader now, she actually does a lot of damage. She doesn't survive that good though, compared to maybe some, like she could be more tanky, but then it would be super broken instead. She does a lot of damage and it's really nice. Her problem is obviously weapon skill, that is just fucking atrocious. It's so bad. Like obviously you have people that don't know how to play versus her, which I don't blame them for, because there's very few of them for obvious reasons, or because of recent reasons, shall I say, before the buffs. But like, if you camp in the weapon skill, you're gonna chain in too, right? And then you're probably gonna die because it deals a lot of damage to chain. The problem is if they actually know how to play versus her, it's horrible. Because if it's a runner, especially if they have a speed, or if you're firing from a range, it's gonna take 4 weapon skills, and that's just not gonna happen. It's just so I think kind of making it like a bit more linear with the ticks and everything, so you would like, no matter what, like, yes, as long as, because the targeting range for that thing is also pretty low. I've fired so many ones just out in nowhere. It should be like Lahn's, a guaranteed 3, you know, 2 if they're standing in it, and there's not more to it. Maybe 4 if it's an arena, fair, I guess, but you know, like, so yeah, that's something I would like to see, to make the weapon skills deploy faster, because what happens is, like, if you fire in that thing, it's gonna shoot out a little projectile, right, and then it's gonna deploy, and then it becomes bigger and bigger until it has its size, and then it's gonna start ticking. During that time, they're gonna be far away. So,
exactly.
Yeah, that's a problem. That's that. And then we have Loraine. She is pretty shit, I noticed the other day.
Yeah.
Because the only reason you would pick her, like, is to counter someone that plays light, which I did was Vile on his Eugene, and she just could not hit him. He was too fast.
Oof.
Like, her attacks are too slow, so they can't keep up with that. And that feels kind of stupid if you're releasing a new hero. Someone is wailing for her and like, oh, excited, and then you can't even hit them. Like, come on. So that was horrible. So basically make the normal attacks more like hit scan. Hit scan is, you know, when you fire, like in some games you have a bazooka, that is not hit scan. You fire, the rocket goes and then it takes like 2 seconds for it to reach. However, hit scan means the moment you press the button, the bullet will go there, like a laser weapon would have been in real life if that existed, you know. Basically, so that's hit scan in games. So yeah, basically when you press the button, it would like, yeah, because her things are shooting kind of, it's like a rotation of different stuff. There's an MK99 popping up shooting like a beam rifle and some other stuff, but they're just really slow. So if you're chasing someone running, it's just not gonna reach them. So it's pretty bleh. And then obviously her weapon skill is super slow and super small, and it's just not gonna hit them either. So it's really, really bad. Like, her only use at the moment, for me at least, is she excels in co-op defense. Holy shit, she's good there. She can carry, like, there's no tomorrow, but that's about it. I don't really feel she's like, okay, she's been in some raid teams as well, that is true, but you know, it's nothing crazy, so it's like, I don't know.
Kind of like
I was
Bari.
just really happy when she came out, you know, and then just turned out to be such a letdown, so yeah.
Yeah, I did like TR her for a bit, and
yeah,
it was really frustrating to play her because, I mean, her whole kit is based off of hitting, like, almost dogfighting, and you can't even do that, so it was just very annoying.
Yeah. And the last one I have is Panda Trio. So, I obviously lost to one the other day when I was doing the mono challenge, mainly because I was underestimating the weapon skill element percentage. Actually, haven't really met one, but I feel like when I play her, and if the map is a little bit bigger, because she can be really good on a small map. I'm actually gonna play her the next week in normal arena. I'm planning to do so, but the problem is, of course, that her deployment is very slow. I think she could use a Marina makeover, because like when they did what they did to Marina's weapon skill, a little bit faster deployment really, and then it could be nice from bigger maps too. Maybe it would be OP on small ones, I don't know, but I mean it's pretty cool characters, so why not? But yeah, so that's something I would kind of want to see there. But yeah, that's the ones I had anyways. Do you guys have any heroes that you wrote down? Let's hear.
Not really.
Yeah, I mean, most of the ones I would have targeted are the ones you spoke about, just because they're a bit redundant in terms of like usage, or you just don't see them anywhere.
Yeah, true. That is true. Well then we're actually done. But there was one thing I didn't talk to you about actually that I wanted to go with a last little thing, just a little bonus thing really. And that is mistakes you have done in Guardian Tales. Is there any that are like fun to? I'm not talking about misplaying something or forgetting to equip a hero for something, but rather decisions that you made or things like, you know, with your account and stuff like that. Just figured it could be fun.
Getting my resources too thin, like way too thin.
The what?
Like when I first started,
yeah,
the resource I spent was like completely spread out.
Oh.
Every
right, so
normal hero, every unique hero, every rare hero. Everything was up 30.
Oh, I see, right, yeah. So you had like a bit of everything, but nothing maxed.
Yeah.
Right. And you, oogweh, do you have anything fun?
Yeah, it's quite embarrassing.
I have a few too, so don't worry.
Don't let me forget it, but I MLB'd Bianca in order to reset her, but I didn't claim the attack bonus before I did it. And I thought, since I've got it, I can just claim it after. And now she is level 1, 3-star.
Oh no.
With just the blue bar in collection, and it annoys
that's a
me
really
every
good
day.
one.
It's painful.
Yeah,
it's just because it's attack as well. I think like if it's anything else, maybe I'd be fine. But oh my god.
Right. Yeah, that's actually horrible. Yeah. Let's see here. It's actually attack. Yeah. That's
it just could have been anything.
That's annoying.
Don't worry. You get a weapon, and then you can MLB her again.
Yeah.
I don't think.
That's so annoying though. Like, yeah. No, I have something similar with Alef. I think I've MLB'd him 3 times or something. Because the thing is, when he came out, I was aware that he was completely useless. So I got this super clever idea that I'm gonna buy the unique hero package and then I'm gonna reset him. However, what I did was that I bought the unique hero package and I applied everything to him and then I reset him. I did not MLB him before doing that. Fucking idiot. So then I did it again, and yeah, I can't remember how that goes now actually, but I think I fixed it the second time, but still it's super stupid. No, the second time I did get all the awakening and everything, but it didn't MLB him again, I think. I don't know, it was just really stupid, so yeah. Like, but yeah, yeah, I could have had the record of stupidness though. I mean, not really because I was new to the game, but like the only reason I have one of the earth necklaces is because it had healing on it. Because I got the first earth necklace, I got that the first week of the game actually when I played. But I had no idea of its potential or anything, so I just saw, oh, it's healing, there's nothing, you know, I don't have a healing necklace, so that's good to have, I'll save it. But otherwise I would have probably just sold it or broke it down or folded it or whatever, you know. But like, by the time I got that ocean ring, I obviously knew what it was, so I was like, okay, but that could have ended really badly. But another fun one I have though that actually happened is during the whale stream. I don't know if you were there, Shocky, or maybe not you, but I think it's before you started. The big one with the 600k gems.
I think I was there for a little bit.
Yeah, so what happened there was that I had so bad time. I think it was like 2 raid days left. We were a bit behind. I had just joined Magnolia and we were gonna beat Royal to get top 1. And I had like all these materials and everything. Like I said, it was 600k gems, right? So I was in a real hurry. It was like 3 hours left, and I had to set up the teams and learn to play the teams and everything because I didn't really care for raid before that. So during this whole stress when I was like building everything, it was done on stream, by the way. I think I can't remember what it was, but I bought too many evil stones for like HCs. So I think I know the number 210 heroic crystals or hero crystals just went down the drain. So that's funny, like, you know, okay. What I could have done was to make a ticket to the GMs and fix it, but I didn't. So yeah, I lost those. That was really stupid. That's one of them. Another one that I guess is something I regret is that I also bought the Panda Shield, or wait, is it the Panda Shield or Minotaur Shield? Which one is it?
The orange one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's Minotaur.
Yeah, it is, yeah. So I bought this, and then I just folded it, because I just wanted it for the collection, right? Where then it turned out to be one of the best shields in the game. So I was like, fuck, I didn't buy another one. So that's also annoying. I could have had 2 now, in theory, or 400 more of these. So that was
How
annoying.
much does it cost?
400.
I kept all of them.
Sorry?
I kept all of the Mad Panda weapons.
Oh, you did? Yeah, and I got rid of them, so I don't know, me. Same thing obviously happened to the sword, because that was apparently a nice fire sword instead of Plitwise thing if you didn't have, 2 of Plitwise's thing. It's not needed now anymore, but yeah, it was still annoying, so I was like, oh, fuck. But, so there's that one. What else? Oh yeah, there was a package actually like 2-3 months ago with yellow hammers, and I think it was some awakening boxes. I was just laughing at it. I was like, I don't need that. I'm not gonna waste money on that. And here we are with the sniper goggles, so that was a bummer. But I mean, at that point, there was nothing to do there, I guess. Had no idea the sniper goggles would come. What else is there? I know there's one more, but I can't actually remember it now. But yeah, that's about it, I guess. It hasn't been too many things, so...
Yeah, I would say they're like minor mistakes.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes I buy all coffee by accident if I'm in a rush, or like reset. I use the Awakening dungeon too many times.
Oh, yeah, that's annoying. That's really, I've done that too in a hurry. I was like, oh shit. Oh, he disappeared. But yeah, the stamina too, you can probably see that I only have 1 left. That was not intended. I have done that for the past month or something for the World Expedition. Or, Expedition, I mean. But now I kind of want to tone it down a little bit, so I want to buy 3 a day, not 4. Because I'm just casually farming now, I guess. And it's going to go down to 2 as well. But then I got trigger finger and I just bought it again. I was like, oh shit. So yeah. It's just those little things. But there's nothing major though that I'm like, oh, I really regret this. Or like, oh, I want to make a new account or I want to quit. Nothing like that. Nothing crazy. So that I'm really happy for, at least. I tried to be as mindful as I can, but I guess some little things are bound to happen, so... let's just see... Thanks for watching, everyone. And, yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I don't know how long it's gonna be, but yeah, it's gonna be a lot of work to fix this, I guess, because I want to timestamp everything so people can kind of pick out what they want. But I'm not gonna do it tonight, so I guess it will be out by the weekend, so... But yeah, thanks guys for joining. Really, really appreciate that you wanted to join for this. It's really fun. And I'm gonna see if I can get some dev attention to this as well. Maybe they can take a look too, or the CMs or whatever. Because yeah, I figure it's something that's not really been done in a way. So yeah.
Well, is everything sorted, by the way, in the office?
Oh, I think so. Yeah, I think they've got the thing. Yeah, there was no personal damage, which is really good, obviously. No, like no injuries and stuff. But obviously there was a lot of, or quite a lot of, you know, material damage. I mean, it's sort of basement. But I think they have gotten things. I mean, everything is replaceable, right? At some point, so it's just a hassle to do it. So, but I think they are back on track now. At least things obviously got really messy with the updates and releases and everything. But I think it feels like things are, back on track again. So
that's good.
That's really good. And then the other partners has been really amazing as well regarding, you know, support for them and stuff. Cebu wanted to make like a petition, not petition, what is it called when you collect money to like give to them and stuff, but they said that it's not, everything is insured, you know, and like we don't need that, but it was really nice to see everyone get together, you know, and support them, so yeah. But yeah, thanks for watching, like I said, and thanks for joining, guys. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Goodbye, everyone.